Man's a little piece early today still. But as you can clearly see, there's no Nick, fam. Like, Nick has abandoned I can't even say the sinking ship. The ship. The ship ain't sunk yet at all, because in actual fact, you guys have been supporting us a lot recently. So big up you lot self. Keep watching the full podcast. We got some new content coming that we're gonna be filming this week. And we've got yeah, you're just gonna see way more of us. Way more of us. Literally, we're gonna be doubling our production and everything. Everything that you see is gonna be doubling our production. So just hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. But yeah, we're gonna be doubling our product. Let me also, anyone in the comment section, let me know if you guys can hear me still. Max says, man, them shout out to Mac. Hit the like button, bro. Mali, hit the like button, bro. Yeah, as it currently stands, I did not want to go live for this full card because this is a shit card. The only fight that's good on this card is Nick Ball versus Figueroa, which is a good fight. But in the interim, you might just hit the like button still. It's gonna be a quick and easy live today. Um, Kane versus Gonzalez. Never really. I ain't seen. I'll be real with you. I haven't seen much of either fighter. So, or either of this fight. So let me know who's been winning this fight still. Yo, Shane, I can't lie, man. You playing too cold right now, bro. Yeah, we're playing cold, bro. If you watched us today against Spurs, Spurs was literally looking like passengers the whole game, bro. We should have actually scored by 3 or 4 goals today. Like, we were just dumping them, bro. And I'm not even gonna lie, we are currently the most informed team in the league. And I can be happy to take points of Spurs because that was my cousin who spoke, by the way. He's a Spurs fan. I'll be happy to take points of Spurs because I take points of anyone, bro. Where we couldn't pick and choose who we won against because wins weren't coming that easy.
So what, you think you win the season this year then, yeah?
We will win the league.
What you think you can?
No chance.
Why? There's like what 14, 13 games left.
Shane, what's up? I used to chat with you in Jeff's chat, bro. Jeff's my guy. Still, I went live with Jeff this week. Jeff still goes live like 3, 4 times a week, bro. Shout out to Jeff. That guy stays grinding. Shout out to Jeff. That's my guy still. But yeah, Jay Will. I think I remember you still. The name sounds familiar. Maybe you had a different account. But yeah, hit the like button. Big up the man. And shout out to AT still. Where's that fraud, Nick? To tell the truth is, yeah, Nick. It's not necessarily Nick's fault, but it's Nick's fault because I wasn't gonna go all the way to Stratford, especially for one fight, and then make my way home, and then I got work the next day. That's just not gonna happen. And then I was gonna do the live from my house, and Nick was gonna be in his house, but then Nick doesn't like the setup when we're in different places. Plus, Nick actually has something to do today, so he's like, "Bro, do you want to do it on your own?" I was like, "I don't mind. I'm gonna watch this fight anyway. It's a good fight, so bunny." Nick Ball Figueroa fight of the year. It's gonna be a great fight. I can almost guarantee. I was watching my cousin play Undisputed today, yeah, and it's gonna be very similar to what I saw today, bro. These men just stand straight in the pocket and just swing. And that's what's gonna happen. It'll be interesting to see who takes a back seat in this fight still. Um and United, shout out to Ahmad. Um Hit the like button, guys. We need as much likes as possible. The target for the like over this video, I'm gonna say 25 likes. That's my target. If Nick wins, I bet anyway we'll fight him in 2026. I mean, there's still some big fights for Nick Ball. A unification with Rafael Espinoza, unification with Shushu Carrington. Who else is Angelo Leo? That's less likely. I actually think Angelo Leo and Stephen Fulton's gonna have a rematch. And if I'm Angelo Leo, I'll be looking for that fight just to avenge the only loss that's on your record. Because Stephen Fulton's looking like food right now. What time's the fight, man? Then we are into round 8 of the co-main event. So the fight will probably be around in the next hour and a half. Hour, definitely. Nick was glazing Jokeris today. Nick could never glaze Jokeris because this week Nick was criticizing Jokeris. So Nick is just a flip-flop if he was. Facts, Ahmad. Super sticker. Shout out to you, bro. Man hit the $2 donation already. That is what you call real support, and that will go into the pot of the little bit of money that we get from YouTube towards producing content. But as I was saying earlier in the live, if you guys missed it, this week we're going to be shooting some new content and we're literally doubling and tripling our production. So anything you see from us in terms of content that's going out, you can see that we're doing shorts. The shorts are going to be going out way more frequently. The videos, you're going to see much longer format around football. The boxing content's still going to be the same, and we're going to still do the lives, but we're going to get more shorts with that. But definitely football content's going to increase drastically as well. If Brandon Figueroa can roll back the years, this is going to be a blockbuster. I don't think he needs to roll back the years that much. I mean, he's only had one one bad night, in my opinion, which was the second Fulton fight. In the first Fulton fight, it could have went either way. But Brandon Figueroa's a good fighter. Boy, you don't need to see his sister, bro. His sister's, bro, makes me want to go church, fam. His sister's, it's mad. You look, go Google Brandon Figueroa's sister. And she's legal as well. It's not no Jimmy Savile thing. What was I saying? See, this is what Gal does to my mind. But yeah, we're just gonna Brandon Figueroa can actually win this fight. Nick Bull didn't look the greatest against Goodman, but Nick Bull's probably gonna be the favorite, especially at home. And we've seen the blueprint to beat Brandon Figueroa. Not saying Nick Bull can't saying Nick Bull can fight in the pocket as good as Fulton, but he doesn't need to. He's just active and a bulldozer. But that size could be an overwhelming factor. Sam Goodman gave Bull good work. That's what I was saying, bro. He didn't look that great against Goodman, but it's what, isn't it? Opataya fans going to be crying after the last podcast. Trust me, they're always crying, bro. The Opataya fans, bro, those guys are the most delusional fans on the planet, bro. They remind me of Arsenal fans, fam. Like level, they've accomplished nothing. But Javapatai's accomplished more still. Javapatai's at least accomplished, like he's won a world title, Ring Magazine champion, and that he's still a good fighter. Arsenal fans are the ones that piss me off. I hope Zafar allows Opatai to cross promote. It'll make a difference, bro. It's a whether Opatai goes in the ring and fights the guys he needs to fight, because everything I see of Opatai means that he looks to be fighting in the completely opposite direction, because that just looked like bad business to me, innit? UK and Puerto Rico are on a hot streak with champions right now. Well, to be honest with you, I get what you're saying. Obviously, Dalton Smith, Josh Kelly, they won their world titles recently. But obviously, they won their world titles in vacants. And this is what happens, innit? Even with Puerto Rico, I know you're referring to Xander Zayas. Xander Zayas won pretty much 2 vacants as well, because one was Fondora's belt that he fought a vacant for, and one was Barry or whatever that brother's name is, and he fought for Crawford's vacant. So that's what happens. And Crocker won a vacant, Woodley won a vacant. So other than Josh Kelly and Dalton Smith, who actually beat champions in the ring, pretty much most of it was vacants. But you are right, they have got a lot of world champions, more than what they had before. One man stream today, yeah, bro. One man stream, bro. You man hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You're probably gonna hear me say that 100 times today still. So just keep the likes coming. Yeah, one man stream, bro. It's gonna be a one man stream today. Nick is busy. By the way, I agree with you about top team in the Prem. Drop off in recent year, Nick was chatting shit. Yeah, Nick can chat shit all he wants, bro. The truth is, Nick has to make sure his team picks up at least 2 trophies. That ain't gonna happen. Dana's a dictator. He's after a UFC model in boxing. The truth is, he can't really do that, because in UFC, he could do what he wants, but it's Turkey's bankrolling. But the truth is, Turkey probably wants a UFC model. That's probably why he went and hired Dana White, you know? Turkey doesn't really know enough about boxing to be fronting everything. And his business model isn't about overpaying. So they're just going to be another promotional company, but a promotional company that doesn't recognize the major belt. So they're going to either have to overpay or somehow colonize the division. And it looks like, especially with Al Heyman and Oscar, them man look like they're trying to team up against Safa. So it's going to be a harder challenge, or harder than they thought. But yeah, man, you meant the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the video if you can. Obviously, I need you man supporting that. Kane versus Gonzalez. To be fair, yeah, this fight just reminds me of what the main event might be. It might just be a reborn Mexican versus it's just a reborn Mexican, a reborn Figueroa versus a reborn Nick Bull. These men are probably still wearing the same color shorts. Cause I know Nick Bull's gonna come out in black. This guy just looks like a skinhead, and then this guy looks like some Mexican prisoner. Like those look like prison tattoos, bro. Like I'm 100% sure this is literally gonna be Well, I can't see Nick Bull fighting off the back foot still. If we actually want to talk about game plans for this fight, Nick Bull fights a lot in spurts. So Figueroa is gonna have to make after a spurt, he's gonna have to make Nick Bull work. That like work and then prepare and brace yourself for the Nick Bull attack. Because Nick Bull's like a slingshot. Ooh, that looked like a body shot. Yeah. Kane's down with a bad body shot. Yeah, that was a bad body shot, bro. You can see him wincing. Yeah, he's done. He's done. There's 37 seconds left. Yeah, he's done. He's done. He's done. Now it's over. The ref's got to wave this off. Gonzalez got to go back to the body. He's got to go back to the body. What is this guy doing? Yeah, go back to the body. Go back to the body. Go back to the body. Oh. Oh, go. Why are you going to the head for? Go to the body. Yeah, that's the point. You know, in those situations, go back. Oh, he's gone. He's done. He's done. That one looked like it hit him on the belt, but it's still cool. He's done. Are you on board with Zuffer boxing? I mean, to be honest with you, if they can make big fights, then I'm not against it. But I'm not with any promotional company that's gonna be trying to colonize the sport, bro. Anybody that's trying to colonize the sport and remove the freedom from the fighters, I'm not for. Do you know what I'm saying? So if they can make big fights, then dope. But as long as they're not robbing the fighters of their money, like the PBC, that the UFC is doing, not PBC, UFC. UFC's robbing, man, bro. So as long as they ain't doing that, I'm all for it, bro. Is there any chance Spurs is gonna go down? 6 points away now. They could. I'm not even gonna lie, because their manager's actually gonna take champ serious, and they're playing shit, and they're only playing one game a week. They're playing 2 games a week, bro. That team's already wafer thin, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like lacking so much quality, and the truth is, like, they've actually been playing well in the Champions League. So in a Premier League, they don't even have the squad depth to compete on one front, much less 2. Like they've been taking the Champions League so serious that by the time it goes to the Premier League, their team's done, bro. And you can see the squad's wafer thin. You man, yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and that. I don't know how many views we're gonna get on this. It's gonna be might be a low one still, but we'll see. Let's try and work on it. Let's get you man to share the video and that. Kane's doing actually a really good job still. When he's come out, it's the first 30 seconds and he's used his feet. He's not stood there. Ooh! Kane's dropped Gonzalez. What? What? It looked like a flash knockdown and a bit of a slip with it, but there was a punch that landed at the same time. And you can tell Kane needs to be careful because he's not hurt. Gonzalez is not hurt, so this is not that. But that was a great. Oh, he might be hurt now, though. He might be hurt now, though. What a fight! What a comeback! What that straight right hand is there, and Gonzalez is down, bro. What a turn of events, fam! Kane has literally slayed Abel. Kane has slayed Abel, bro. What has happened? He fought. Oh, the fight's been waved off. I think that was a bit of a premature stoppage still. Right. That was a premature stoppage. The guy was knocked down twice in the second round, or in the round before, sorry. And then against the runner play, I was literally in the middle of praising him, saying that he's doing a good job getting his distance and getting his legs back, and he just caught him with a pull counter. It looked like a straight right. Um, and he caught him at mid range when Gonzalez was coming in. Gonzalez was wailing in for the body shot. But there's a saying, bro. There's a saying in boxing: you don't trade body shots for headshots. And he went for the body shot. Kane went for the headshot, and it dropped him in an exchange because when you go and you dip down to the body, your balance is off. So all you need is a nice clean punch to just tip you over. And that's exactly what happened. Look, he went down. In fact, he went for a headshot as well, but he went across. That short left hand was actually quite crisp. It checked left foot, dropped him. I thought it was a straight right hand, and I thought it was going to the body. But regardless, great work, and then good finishing ability from Gonzalez and from Kane because he dropped him. I think Gonzalez will be a bit aggrieved because because Kane was given a bit of time the round before, and he weren't given no time. But this is a mad thing still. It's a good fight, mad entertaining. Is this how you want to see fights? This is how you want to watch boxing? How he turned the tables was mad, bro. Man turned the tables, fam.
This whole
Bang! Look at that straight right hand.
Both in that face again. Look. Both. Yeah, look, but knock out, man. Yeah, look, they can't fight no more, man.
Yeah, this is mad, bro. But yeah, this is a good fight. This is a good fight. Real good scrap. Kane showed real good heart. I think Gonzalez will be a little bit aggrieved because I felt like he could have had a bit more time. But bro, it is where, isn't it? When you give away the momentum like you did, and you make such a schoolboy mistake, Kane weren't ready to go. He literally had some fight back in him. So credit to him, innit? Was this for a world title fight or was this an eliminator? I don't even know what weight classes D-man fight at. Mad fight. AT saying no chance. Yeah, I don't think Spurs go down either. It's a final eliminator for the WBC world title, but what weight class are these man fighting? Someone let me know what weight class these man just fought in. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the video and that. Just get these likes up. They're showing Otoma versus Franklin, which is on March the 28th. There's quite a lot of fights on the zone before that still. But yeah, I hear that. Good fight still. That was really entertaining. I ain't really seen much of this Kane brother still. I'm not even gonna pretend. I ain't even a cat. But he showed great heart and he showed a great comeback. What weight class is this guy fighting at? Let me just turn up the TV 1 second. Gonzalez has walked straight out the ring. I wonder if he's walked out in protest. Okay, so they're fighting at bantamweight. So 118. Who's WBC champion at 118? Isn't that Nakatani's weight class? Let me check. Bantam weight WBC champion. I'm pretty sure that's Nakatani's weight class. Oh, it's not. It is Anoue's brother's weight class. I don't really know that much about that guy still. I'm not even gonna pretend. E-man hit the like button again, as I always say. 80, if they survive, it's because of other teams. Maybe. Shout out to Dev Sani. That's my guy still. Shout out to Dev. Who do you think is gonna win if the Bois fights Wardley? It's a firefight. But for me, Dubois got the power to render any man unconscious, but Wardley's got the power to render Dubois unconscious. They both don't have the greatest defense, but Wardley's got a better heart in it. And Wardley, he's got the form behind him, so you probably gotta give it to Wardley. But Dubois has only lost recently. Bro, you know what? Yeah, Wardley's got the power to stop Dubois. I'm not saying Dubois don't have the power to stop Wardley because he probably does, but I haven't seen anyone if you're walking towards Wardley and you're gonna have a firefight, you're gonna. I'll give Wardley the slight advantage, just slightly, because I think he's got the better defensive skills. He's got the better heart. Probably has the slightly better punch resilience, and in the actual fight, he'll probably manage the fight slightly better than the Boer. But who knows? The Boer's got power. He can knock anyone out. I believe this Kane brother fought Sonny Edwards' brother. Oh, Charlie Edwards. If he did, I ain't know that. Let me see. Did he fight? Yeah, he did. Andrew Kane defeated Charlie Edwards in a split decision. I didn't even know that. So good shot. I didn't even know that. Facts, Ahmad. Will West Ham get relegated? They're in a relegation battle. They're gonna struggle still, and they got some tough games still. Like they got some real tough games because I think they're playing us next. West Ham's in real danger of going down, bro. Like they've got. Let me check their next few fixtures. So they got us. Then they got Bournemouth. Bournemouth could be a tricky game. They got Liverpool. Fulham will be a tricky game. City, Aston Villa. So by the time they actually play Wolves, Wolves might even be relegated by then still because Wolves are shit, fam. The way Chelsea just dismantled them, bro, it's mad. Like, it is actually so mad. Yeah, Wolves are on 8 points. They're done. They're cooked. Burnley's cooked. It's gonna be between. I don't think Nottingham Forest will go down. I think the three that's there is the three that's going down. I think West Ham's going down. What elite boxer has Woodley been in there with? None. There's no elite boxer other than Usyk at heavyweight. There's no elite boxer at heavyweight other than Usyk. So, but I would say he's probably been in with the second best heavyweight or third best heavyweight in Joseph Parker, innit? Because I'd probably say at the time, other than Fury and Usyk, those two were probably the best guys in the division, or maybe Caballo as well. If the Boers don't have quitting habit, he can beat Woody. Yeah, he definitely can. No one ain't saying that he can't, bro. I'll be a fool to say that he can't beat Woody. Of course he can beat Woodley. You just asked me who I think will win the fight, and I'll probably give a slight edge to Woodley. There's too many unknown factors with Dubois, bro. Too many unknown factors, you know. We are the world. We are the children. We are about 30 minutes before the main event. Let me know who you man think's gonna win. Shout out Truth to Teller Maxwell as well. Let me know who you lot think's gonna win still. Nick Ball, Brandon Figueroa. Shout out to Brandon Figueroa because Brandon Figueroa has been on a rough run still. Like he's always been a guy who's been willing to mix it up with great fighters. I remember Brandon Figueroa. Who did he beat? Was it? Trying to remember who Brandon Figueroa beat. Was it Bechok that Brandon Figueroa beat? I'm trying to remember. There was a fight that I watched and he stopped him with body shots. Was it the Bechok fight? Let me just double check. I can't remember. There was a fight that I watched. It was the fight that won him the world title. The fight for the WBC World Championship. I wonder who did he win the world title from? Lewis Neri. That's who it was. Lewis Neri. You look at he's got some good wins though. Mark Magsayo, who beat Gary Russell, not Anton Russell, Gary Russell. He's got Carlos Castro, who just gave a good fight to what's my boy's name? Shushu Carrington. Magdaleno, who's been around, and he's got a win over him. So, bro, like, if we're acting like Brandon Figueroa hasn't been in there with some killers. If he beat Nick Bull, there's no shame in that at all. There's no shame in that at all. Woodley has opposite mentality than the boy. He can fight even if he's hurt. Facts. What are you saying on Canelo comment on Crawford? What did he say? Let me know. Michael Perkins, let me know. What did he say? What did he say? Does anyone in the chat have a good stream? The Zone. That's a good stream. I don't even have a good stream, bro. I'm not even in a cap. Can't even pretend I don't even have a good stream. But yeah, you man, let me know you lot's predictions in it and hit the like button. Can we get to 20 likes by the end of the stream? I don't know. Let's see. How many likes are we on now? We are on not enough. Need to double the likes. Canelo doesn't deserve a rematch. He gave Bud his highest payday and an opportunity at Undisputed. To be honest with you, if I was Bud, I wouldn't mind a rematch, bro. A rematch is free money. Because if this guy's paying me 100 million to get beat again, I'm gonna do it, bro. Like Crawford beat Canelo and it wasn't even difficult. But when Crawford says what is he gonna be fighting for, I get it, innit? What is he gonna be fighting for? Like, what is he actually gonna be fighting for? I want to say a big shout out to you, man, who's watched this week's podcast. Obviously, as I was saying before, we're doubling our production, so you man just stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, because I guarantee you, the work you're gonna be seeing from us moving forward is gonna be, we're gonna be producing more content than arguably anyone in the game. Trust me. Just stay tuned, bro. Just stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. That's all I can say. Subscribe. Because what we're going to be doing in the next, I want to say 3 months, 4 months is going to be, bro, trust me. You're not going to want to miss it, bro. New content coming, new guests coming, new collabs coming. Obviously, I collabed this week with my boy Jeff in America. I collabed with EMGM. Collab with Rants. Collab with CCP, so we're just doing extra work. Nick is putting in extra effort, so just stay tuned, bruv. Like that's all I can say is stay tuned. No, that ain't. That's no, that not even close. What do you mean rematch? I don't mind a rematch, bro. I want to see Crawford get paid, innit? Why you push your head under? Okay. He said he was disappointed. Block this fussy whoever made that comment. Didn't run it. He said he was disappointed Crawford retired and didn't run it back. Yeah, he don't have to run it back because it was such a conclusive fight, but he should run it back if he wants free money because it's an easy fight, isn't it? Not an easy fight, but it ain't that difficult. You man, let's get the likes up, bro. Let's actually get the likes up, bro. Like and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, trust me. Yeah, if you haven't watched this week's podcast if you haven't watched this week's episode, just subscribe. Just go to the channel after this is done and watch it still. My prediction is Nick Ball on points. A close points decision, split decision, or majority decision. It's gonna be one of those ones where because he's a home fighter, he will get it on the card. That's what I think. Misky 200 says if Crawford came back, it would be for money only, which would only contribute to him losing because the fire is gone after the first win. I hear that, but Canelo's been fighting for money for years. I could see the podcasts are where you and Nick. I can see that the podcasts are where you and Nick are in your element. I get what you mean now after watching the last pod. Yeah, bro, you might just watch the podcast, bro. That's when we're actually doing. And bro, the podcasts are gonna, bro. Everything you see from us is gonna double. Trust me. We're just gonna be making more content, more football content, more shorts, more live streams. Just you man, stay tuned in it. It's PR move from Canelo. He didn't want the smoke again. Maybe you might be right, bro. I don't know what Canelo's gonna do, to be honest with you. I don't know what Canelo's gonna do, to be honest with you, bro. I think Canelo, if you were to ask me, Canelo should try and fight those guys at 68, bro. Because there's a lot of those guys are beatable. Even if they can beat him, they're also beatable. I think Mbili's beatable. I think um Pacheco's beatable. I'm not gonna say Hamza Shiraz because he looked like a monster in his last fight. But he's still beatable because Adamas gave him a good fight. There are some good fighters though. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting to hear. What did Canelo actually say? Someone said Canelo said something. What did Canelo actually say? Man like Ade and Carl Frampton, you know. Ade looking like I can't even say what he's looking like, bro, because I don't want to offend him. Yeah, you might let me know who's gonna win the fight in the comment section. Still, in fact, can I put a poll in the comment section? See if I can put a poll in the chat. If I can, then I will. If I can't, then I can't. Yeah, start poll. I put a poll in the chat, you man. So let me know who you think's gonna win. Yeah, let me know who you lot think's gonna win. Still, Canelo should go for Shiraz. Would be a good fight and would propel him back into contention for Crawford. Bro, he needs to turn his back on the Crawford fight. It's about making as much money now. You know what I'm saying? It's about making as much money now. So for me, the fights that I'll be looking at would be yeah, I wouldn't mind a fight with Shiraz, but that fight has to make sense financially. Do you know what I'm saying? I'd probably try and see if I can get a Pacheco fight. You know what I'm saying? Like Pacheco's Mexican. See if you can get this dude, because you probably could beat that dude. Or get a fight with Mbili. Mbili don't generate enough money though, but um I don't know, bro. It's quite difficult because at 75, I mean at 68, I don't actually know what Canelo's fighting for. If he's still fighting for money, then he kind of has to go down the Floyd route and start traveling, bro. Like, no, not what am I talking about? He kind of has to go down the Floyd route and start getting guys to travel from their country to come over, bro. And maybe they can bring a fan base. Like if he fights Hamza Shiraz, maybe he can get people from England to come over. Or trying to think of whoever else has got a traveling fan base. I don't even know. I don't know, bro. It's gonna be tough. But yeah, you might hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the video. We're literally a couple minutes away from the main event. I put the poll in the chat, so let me know who you lot think's gonna win. So far, we've got 71% of you lot are saying bull. But 71% of you lot haven't hit the like button. I need at least 100% of you man to hit the like button. Did I rate? Oh no, the main event is it now? Okay, I thought the main event was now. Fair enough. Did you rate Carl Frampton? Yeah, he was good. He was a good fighter. Him and Quigg had a good rivalry. And I remember obviously Frampton at the end of his career when he was fighting Wood and Jamel Herring. Was it not Wood, Warrington, sorry, and Jamel Herring near the end of his career. Obviously, he didn't end his career as good as he probably wanted to, but he was a world champion. Obviously, you always be disappointed when he didn't fight Rigondeaux. You know, him and Quigg was ducking that Rigondeaux smoke, but for what he was a good fighter. He was a decent fighter anyway. I do disagree with one thing that from the pod, though. Tyson Fury absolutely did Deontay Wilder dirty. We'll have to discuss that because I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. And I didn't really say whether he did it or didn't. I was just saying that the fact that Wilder is using this to propel him and get and garner the energy and the aggression and the fire that he used to have, that's a good thing. You get me? My only issue with the Fury convo, are people are acting like he's above cheating. He's not above cheating, but there is a lot of betting that takes place, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of betting. So if there's the thing is with Wilder, a lot of what he said is physically impossible. Like Tyson Fury spiking his water, it just wouldn't be possible. He would have to have someone to infiltrate the camps to spike his water.
Well, that's
Ty-
it.
Tyson Fury,
What about
Tyson Fury, paying his coach to throw in a towel, or making the suit heavy. That was also just he had no influence with that.
Fury's gloves?
Fury's gloves. This is the thing what I don't.
They took stuff out.
This is the thing that I find frustrating, yeah? And this is the thing I find frustrating. The thing that has validation is the long count. But the counter argument is that if you counted faster, maybe Fury would have came up faster. I don't know. Under normal circumstances, though, what you normally see is a fighter just wave off the fight. Like, not a referee, just wave off the fight. They don't even count. When a man lands on his back like that, they don't even count. They just wave off the fight. But with the glove situation, the gloves that they keep referring to were in the first fight. So the first fight you actually drew. So if you wanted to say that you won the first fight and Tyson Fury cheated in the first fight, cool. But he didn't have those floppy gloves in the second fight. The second fight is what you got brocked up in. The third fight is what you got brocked up in. Both of those two fights, he had no. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you saying? One more fight before the main event. Shout out to you, Jason Hanna still. Up the likes, yeah, bro. Hit the like button. Shout out to my guy, bro. Shout out to South Africa as well. If you're a cricket fan, South Africa are playing tomorrow, I think. Do you think Nick Bull beat Raymond Ford? There's a close fight. I personally don't think that you can give a fight to the opponent when the fight's so close, especially when the person who was landing the cleaner shots was definitely Raymond Ford. But because they robbed Nick Bull in the fight before, they weren't going to give the fight to Raymond Ford. Raymond Ford would be disappointed with how he fought, though, because he was definitely the better fighter. But he just allowed Nick Bull to get away with some messiness early. He should have ended the fight like how he started it. But obviously, it was the first time him traveling abroad and the first time him in that environment. So it was a learning lesson, innit? Where's the OnlyFacts extra content? Bro, we're working on that. We have to find a balance, innit? Because we need to also make sure the content is at good quality, because we're not doing news. We're not reacting to stuff. We're just trying to create topics. Plus, we want people to collab with. So we're currently thinking about a model that works. But the content's going to keep coming, innit? You might need to just recommend some topics for us to talk about. Run up the likes, definitely run up the likes. If Fury and Wilder were to fight ever, Fury would win again. 200, they fought 3 times. Who you talking about, bro? Who fought 3 times? I don't know. Oh yeah, Wilder and Fury fought 3 times. Facts. I know, but imagine he KOs Derek and somehow scumbags his way in a full fight. Yeah, I don't want to see that. I would if Wilder knocks out Derek, then I want to see Wilder versus I don't even want to see Wilder versus Usyk. I probably want to see Wilder versus Wardley or something. I never saw one clip of Deontay Wilder saying the suit was heavy and that's why he lost. I never heard that either, but it was definitely speculated. But here's the thing: I never heard one video of Wilder saying anything about the floppy glove until the second fight. The what's it called was definitely there though. The long count was definitely something he could lay claim to. It was the gloves in the second. Tyson Fury. Nah, it weren't the gloves in the second. It was the first. man to wear 10-ounce gloves and I can see his fingers through the gloves. Now you can't see it. You will never be able to because you got hand wraps. You got hand wraps. So how is that gonna happen? Ray won the fight. I think Ray also won the fight as well, but you know how it is, innit, bruv? Shout out to Rance as well. Shout out to Rance. Shout out to my boy Rance, obviously. Pulling up in that. Always showing support. You man hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the video. Yo, shout out to F Texas. Simon Jordan kept Fury kept saying Fury wouldn't do that. He's not like that. Oh yeah, don't listen to Simon Jordan. Simon Jordan chat shit still. Ronnie Shooter Ishak is cold, but this undercard stinks. Yeah, the undercard's stinky, bro. But the main event's gonna be a good fight. And bro, I don't know if you saw the fight before Rants, yeah, with Kane and I think his name's Gonzalez. Bro, go watch that fight back, Rants. That fight was a mad thing. Kane got dropped twice in the round before. He came back out in the next round and dropped my man twice. It was some rocky fight still. I'm gonna try go to the Wilder fight. It's on my birthday. Yeah, defo go, bro. Defo go. I'm actually looking to go to Boots' next fight still. So yeah, you might hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. There were pictures where you could see his fingers. You're gonna have to send that to me, bro. If Chisora win, he deserves a fight next. But he said he's not fighting next. He's not fighting on. But I would love to see Chisora versus Woodley. Why not? I don't think he had loaded gloves though. Ford beat Bull in my opinion. I think so as well. But you know how the game goes. Now Chisora should retire regardless of result. I would love to see Chisora could actually legitimately win a world title. Why would you retire before your best chance of winning a world title? Like Woodley does make enough mistakes where you can take advantage of it. Plus, you could old man him out of the fight. Do you know what I'm saying? This is your best chance of winning a world title, bro. Like, stylistically, you ain't gonna have a better chance than this. I've got the video to prove it. You could see the thing. Send it to me. If I can send it here, I would. Send it to me on Instagram. If Chisora wins, he won't retire. He's tapped. I think he's. Bro, it's one fight away from a world title, bro. I don't think he retires either. Where are you traveling to next? Well, I'm going to Jamaica next month still. But I'm only going for a funeral, so that doesn't really count. And then I might be going to Atlanta for Boots' next fight. If Boots' next fight's in Atlanta, I'm going. If his next fight's in Vegas, I'm going only if it's against Virgil. If it's not against Virgil, I'm going. The only reason why I'm deaf, regardless of who he fights, even if he fights a bum in Atlanta, I'm going. Because in Atlanta, I got a mad hookup still, so I don't even have to pay hardly anything. I maybe take one shot at it, but after the retire, definitely. Bro, man sending me the video. Oh, raw, my man just got dropped. Man sending me the link here. My bro, I'm in a stream. You think I'm gonna come off the stream to click that? 58% of you lot are saying 58% of you lot are saying Nick Bull is gonna win, which is interesting. Can we get more likes on the video, please? Romeo done. 4 likes away from the likes target. Maybe I should up the likes target still. Maybe I should up it to 25. But yeah. Stylistically, how do I see this fight going? I see Nick Bull and Figueroa coming out on the front foot, both of them. Nick Bull's going to fight in spurts. Figueroa is just going to try and fight the whole way through. If Figueroa just keeps throwing with Nick Bull, this fight's going to be messy. If Figueroa figures out that Nick Bull only fights in spurts, and at the end of the spurt he doesn't throw punches for another 10 seconds, then Figueroa will need to almost fight like in waves. So when he sees Nick Bull coming forward, try and go forward and tie him up, messy up the fight. But the moment Nick Bull's finished his explosive punches, that's when you work. That's when you work. I think Figueroa's got a much better gas tank than Nick Bull as well. Figueroa's got a gas tank. So he's got to try and get this fight into the second half of the fight. Do you know what I'm saying? Where he's still got a chance. Because the last 3 rounds, I think Figueroa will look really good. Because Nick Bull's so explosive that explosiveness does wear out. We saw that against Sam Goodman, and we saw that against Raymond Ford. No, it's cool, bro. Just send it to me on Instagram. Off topic, but Ben would be silly to fight Shakur and get schooled. If he's smart, he goes down a weight and fight Kelly, get some credibility with it. No, he will lose to Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly's the worst style fight for him. He's gonna try and get the Rolly fight in it, and he can actually beat Rolly. He can beat Ryan as well. Those guys are guys who, when they're they can fight shit. Sometimes they fight good as well, though. But I would say, me personally, he should be trying to chase. Rolly should be fighting Giasov. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to Giasov as well. I spoke to him on Instagram a couple weeks ago. So shout out to Giasov. Shakram Giasov deserves his world title fight. Eddie's doing a terrible, terrible, terrible job in getting him a world title fight. He's literally allowed 2 fighters and maybe 3 fighters to leapfrog him in getting the world title shot. So come on, guys. Let's get that Giasov fight made. And you know why Eddie doesn't want Giasov to fight Rolly? Because if Giasov fights Rolly, Giasov wins. Conor Ben ain't fighting Giasov. So he wants the Rolly fight before Giasov gets that fight. Because once Giasov gets that belt, it's long. Josh Kelly would beat the F out of Ben. Exactly, bro. Josh Kelly can actually box. Conor Ben hasn't fought anyone. Conor Ben's fought nobody's, bro. But as I was saying, whilst I have you man here, subscribe to OnlyFacts Sports if you haven't. I can guarantee, this is a guarantee, I can guarantee you that the content that you're going to see from me and Nick moving forward, I know Nick's not here right now, but I'm going to speak on behalf of both of us. The content and the quality of content is going to be better than ever before. Trust me. Like, I even wanted to do a rebrand for it, but there's no point. More football content, more boxing content, more different like game content. We're gonna be playing different types of content, longer form content, more lives, and a ton more shorts. So if you ain't subscribed to us on YouTube, you're not gonna be able to avoid us, bro. I promise you. Within the next 4 months, no matter what device you go on, you will see me or Nick. Whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on TikTok, whether it's on SoundCloud, whether it's on Spotify, whether it's on Amazon, trust me, you're gonna see us everywhere. The content and the movement's just gonna grow. So just subscribe, trust me. Ben will lose to Garcia. He will only lose to Garcia on his day, innit? He will lose to Garcia on his, like, if Garcia's fighting well, then Garcia will win. But the Garcia that fought Rolly will get cooked still. Vlogs, when you traveling to America? I'm traveling to America. For if Boots' next fight, shout out to you, my bro, by the way. Shout out to you. If Boots' next fight is in Atlanta, I'll be going to that. And apparently that fight's middle April, so I'll be going to that. In terms of vlogs, me and Nick has never really spoke about that. But I guess when we start, like, the truth is, bro, and I don't want to say this in a, like, put pressure on you, man, innit? But the more you man support us, the more we will give. Because the truth is, me and Nick still have lives, and we have a bit like Nick has his business, Nick has I work, do you know what I'm saying? And I work in different countries, so I can only work when I have time. I can only film when I have time. But if I know this is generating a certain amount, it's life, innit? If I know this is generating a certain amount of revenue, then I'll give way more time, innit? And we're giving way more time now. We're still giving a lot of time. But you can only imagine, if we were doing this full time, bro, there will be no one like us in the game. Trust me. Like, we're doing this 2-man deep, bro. 2-man deep. And you already see the amount of content that we produce already, bro. Like, just imagine if we were able to do this. Like, we're one of the few people who do a full podcast with full production. Without a production team, like a free camera setup, audio, mics, and everything with no editor, bro. So you have to understand that it's easy to turn on the camera in front of StreamYard, but when every week we're doing a free camera setup, we're filming on 2 separate channels. We're having to we're doing live watch-alongs as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of effort that goes into it, bro. And we gotta make it's just me and Nick. You know what I'm saying? It's just me and Nick, bro. Yeah, you man hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the video and that. Bull always attempts to scam rounds off a 15-second flurry. Figueroa just needs to manage those 50 seconds. Facts. And stylistically, he's the guy to do it. Because this is the first guy to get Nick Bull going in reverse as well. Now, don't get it twisted. Figueroa is gonna go in reverse in this fight as well. But what normally happens is Nick Bull flurries forward and then ties up. The ref splits it, and the other guy boxes on the outside and allows Nick Bull to recover. What needs to happen is when Nick Bull flurries forward, tie up. When you split, you stick it on Nick Bull straight away because he fights in flurries. So when Nick Bull has attacked, he's probably got another 15, 20 seconds before he launches his next attack. That's when you work. That's when you work. You throw all your punches. You throw the fence in a bin and you go straight for the action because Nick Bull can't fight in reverse. He ain't landing no big shots in reverse. So when you get him going in that direction, that's when Figueroa can get the success. I just don't feel like Figueroa will manage Nick Bull's attacks as good as he should because of the size disparity. Like Nick Bull uses his height very well. There's about 8 inches pause between the two guys, in it. So obviously, if I'm Figueroa, I'm pretty much, again, I'm going to be saying some wise, but I'm going to be pretty much on top of this dude. So when we're in the pocket, his shots are going to land before mine does. So when you're nose to nose, those flurries are going to be messy. And because Nick Bull's got a much better lower sense of gravity, he can just get shots off that will be slightly cleaner. What Raymond Ford didn't do, which he started to do in the last couple of rounds, was when Nick Bull finished his flurry, he was giving him space in the first few rounds. Once he's finished his flurry, you got to stick it on him. But if I'm Nick Bull, you got to stay in the pocket. Because one thing Figueroa doesn't do well is defend in the pocket. He's very easy to hit. So if I'm Nick Bull, instead of going into flurries where I'm throwing 4, 5, 6s, I'm going to be a bit more selective with my punches because those selective punches will cause the fight's been waved off. Will cause Brandon Figueroa to be a bit more selective when he comes forward. Just being messy ain't going to help you. Be selective with your shots. Ready with what? Who wins at 47, Shakur or Devin? Bro, I don't think that fight's fair. I was talking to Rance about it literally today. I don't think that fight's fair. Shakur's not even a big 140. He's a small 140. He's an average size 135. Whereas Devin is a massive 47. So it's not a fair fight, innit? That fight would have been at its best at 35. Or even 40, I think. But Shakur's a more skilled fighter in terms of just well-roundedness, but there's just too much of a size disparity, bro. And even Shakur knows it himself, innit? Like, Shakur's asking for rehydration clauses because he knows Devin's coming in 170. How do you think Conor Benn's speed compares to Shakur or Haney? What? What are you asking me, bro? You don't have nowhere near the speed, bro. What are you talking about? Tio thought he was faster than Shakur during the fight build-up. Bro, this is what I keep telling people. Being fast with a combination or being fast with your hands, throwing punches, doesn't mean you're fast. There's so many things that go to being fast. How fast are you able to catch shots? How fast are you able to read shots? How fast are you able to slip and counter? How fast are you able to catch and counter? How fast are you able to read openings? How fast are you able to get out of danger? How fast are your feet in circling? How fast are your feet in cutting off the ring? How fast are your feet in creating angles? How fast are your eyes in creating in seeing openings? These things are all speed. None of those things are skill. That's all speed. But when people see a man do a flurry, they think they're faster. Teofimo Lopez is more explosive than Shakur. That's what he is. He's more explosive. From point one to point A and B, he's faster. But he's not faster from point B to A. He's not faster from A, B, C, D, E, F, G in the sense that he's not faster in doing multiple things at the same time. He's not faster at catching and countering or slipping and throwing or stepping out a distance and then countering with a punch or creating an angle. He's not faster. So being faster in an individual attribute doesn't mean anything. Facts, I hear it. It's not easy. I respect the work you man put in. I respect you man liking and subscribing the video. Love. I had ball down on the card versus Goodman and Ford. The Goodman fight he won. The Ford fight, I thought he lost. Do you agree with the notion that Shakur from 47 to 35 beats everybody? No. From 35 to 40, he beats everybody, 100. But not 47. 47's, those dudes are big, bro. Those dudes are big, bro. Keyshawn and Shakur need to fight separate weight classes since they won't fight each other. Need to fight in separate weight classes. Yeah, I agree. But I think Shakur's going to stay at 40, you know, because he just got stripped of his belt at 35. So he's going down to 35, probably fight Murataya. But that fight doesn't generate the money. If I'm Shakur, I'm actually looking to fight Dalton Smith. That's the fight I'll be looking for. Fight Dalton Smith. Because Dalton Smith is a world champion, but Dalton Smith will get you closer to the Conor Benn fight. Because if you can beat Dalton Smith, get another world title at 40, you're a unified champion at 40, and then the British public know you more. So if you were to fight in against Conor Benn, they will know you more. You have more of a selling factor. I didn't know Nick Ball was that short. Yeah, he's 5'2". Shakur loses to Devin because he believes he does. It's as simple as that. If you need several stipulations to fight someone, you believe you can't win. No, I don't think it's that. I just feel like it's an unfair advantage, bro. I think it's an unfair advantage. Like, you gotta understand, Devin is a big 47, and Shakur knows it. They all grew up together, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? He knows it. So he's not gonna fight Devin without. I do agree with the stipulations, but he's not gonna fight Devin without putting certain things in place because he wants it to be a fight of skill. If Devin fights Shakur, there will be some skill to it, but there's gonna be a lot down to size. A lot of it will be down to size. Key will keep going up. Yeah, he will, but he has to have some sense of direction, right? Because as it currently stands, the Jermaine Ortiz fight was a good introduction into 40, but he needs to decide how he's going to position his career and what he actually wants. Does he want to be a guy who collects belts? Does he want to be a guy that wants money? Is he a guy that's going through weight classes just chasing fights but not actually doing anything? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because as it currently stands, he doesn't have any direction in his career. You know, he moved to 40, which I thought was good timing, but what's his plan moving forward? He called out Devin Haney straight away when I think him and Richardson Hitchens should fight. Keyshawn versus Richardson Hitchens is one of the best fights in boxing, bro. That's one of the best fights in boxing. I don't know why he didn't call out Richardson Hitchens. You're in the same weight class, bro. I think you're like high in his governing body as well. Smith is an easy money fight. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. What weight do you think Devin tops up at then? Shakur didn't look that small to me in the ring, even when Ben came into it. Nah, he's small, bro. You ain't seen Devin, bro. Devin's big, bro. Devin's big. I think Devin can fight at 60. Devin will go to 154, but I think Devin can fight at 60. Bro, Devin's like 5'9", but his frame is big. His frame is big. Like his arms are long. His frame is big. Do you know what I'm saying? To whom do they give Shakur belt? What? I don't know what you mean. Rephrase that question, Ahmed. They all believe they lose to Devin. That's why when Devin had the weight stipulations, they still didn't fight him. Now you are talking about fighting him at 47. I don't think they all lose to Devin, but I think Shakur and Devin is a compelling fight. But Bill Haney said this week that he will leave that to Devin. If Devin wants to fight Shakur with a rehydration clause, then Devin will fight Shakur with a rehydration clause. I think the best time to fight him with a rehydration clause will be now, because Devin's newly into 147. Once he starts getting acclimatized to 47, it's gonna be hard. He contemplates what? What? I think Devin is too big. Too big. Oh, I think the Devin is too big talk is just an excuse to duck him. Shakur's not in his weight class, so I wouldn't say it's a duck. Well, if you've seen him in person, I can't dispute. I haven't seen him in person. But I've seen him with other people who I have seen in person. I seen him against Conor Benn. He looked bigger than Conor Benn, and Conor Benn just fought at 60. But I also know, shout out to Coach Padman McGriff. That's my guy, Coach Padman. That's like literally my guy. Me and him done a show together. That's my guy. Whenever I'm in Vegas, I hit him up. Padman, he used to coach Teofimo Lopez. He used to coach in the Mayweather gym. He used to coach Devin as well. He coached Devin for the two Cambosos fights. That's my guy. He used to tell me, bro, when he was making 135, he's like, bro, this dude's big, bro. Like he ain't no small 35. And Padman is all best a 6'3", like 6'3", 6'2", heavyweight, like a heavyweight trainer. And he was like, bro, Devin's big, bro. And you know what I'm saying? And that was when Devin was fighting at 35. That's how good my guy Loma is. He, for me, beat Devin, who was a giant at 35. I don't think he won, but he definitely gave Devin a great fight. I mean, who has Shakur beat at 35? Nobody. Doesn't fought no one at 35. Right now, the guy at 35 is Murataya's. Murataya's resume at 35 is looking stacked. Man beat Kevin. Man beat is it Abdulayev? Is it Abdulayev he fought? Yeah, he fought Abdulayev. He fought Andy Cruz. And there's another fight I'm missing he fought when he won the world title. I can't remember who it was against. Devin looks the same size when he's next to Crawford. Devin, yeah, facts. And Crawford's fighting at 68. So that should tell you everything you need to know, my boy. Tell you everything that we need to know. We're about 5 minutes away from the main event. So you, man, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and all of them things there. Yeah. Let me see what the poll's saying now. Right now it's 50-50. 50-50. You man think I think it's a close fight. I'm not gonna say it's a 50-50 fight. I probably make Is that Manny Robles? I just need to check something. Yeah, Manny Robles. Manny Robles with Nick Bull. Yeah, how Nick Bull won the Raymond Ford fight, when I think about it, is scandalous. But obviously, as I said, because they robbed him against Ray Vargas, they gifted him the fight against Nick Bull, innit? Against Raymond Ford, sorry. But you know what? Nick Bull's a good fighter. And as I said in this week's podcast, if you haven't watched it, go and watch it. Nick Bull is the best fighter in the country. Like, pound for pound, he's the best fighter in the country. Like, this dude is a good fighter, bro. He's a good fighter. I ain't gonna say he's like top 10, top 15, top 20 pound for pound, but he definitely is up there in terms of, like, he's our best fighter, innit? If you want to be honest, he's the best fighter in the country. You said you got Figueroa person? Yeah, I understand that. Figueroa's definitely got a way in how he can win. Like, Nick Bull isn't, like, what's the word? He isn't flawless. He's got flaws. Do you know what I'm saying? He's got flaws you definitely can exploit. I'm actually so thirsty right now. I'm literally draining this pause. I'm literally trying to get the last bits of liquid out of that bottle. You don't think this fight goes the distance? No, this fight definitely goes the distance. That's why Nick Bull's probably going to be my favorite, because I think if it's a close run, they're going to give it to Nick Bull. But yeah, I don't think neither fighter's got the ability to stop the other. Nick Bull doesn't sustain his attacks enough, and Brandon Figueroa just doesn't have the punch power to stop Nick Bull. Wagwan with Beterbiev, he had a fight scheduled, he got cancelled, and we haven't heard anything since. Apparently, it's Beterbiev versus Bivol 3. That's what they're working on now. Yes, a mad pause still. Allow me, bro. Michael Perkins think he got injured still. Nah, I think they're back now. I think he's back now. Nick Bull versus Shushu next is if he wins. Now, that fight ain't going to happen. Nick Bull ain't going to fight Shushu Carrington because I think Nick Bull's next fight is going to be... it's going to be interesting. I think Shushu Carrington... they're going to move Shushu Carrington quite carefully. So his next few fights will be quite, selective. He's a ring ambassador. Because they could make the Shushu Carrington, Rafael Espinoza fight tomorrow. They're both signed to top rank. So that's an easy fight to make. They're both world champions at the weight class as well. But I don't see them putting Shushu in there with... Because I don't want to say he struggled with Castro because he pretty much destroyed him. But he made one mistake, which if he was fighting Rafael Espinoza, he'd probably exploit it even more. Not saying that Shushu Carrington can't beat Espinoza, but Espinoza is probably the best in the division between him and Nick Bull. So when you got... I always say, Shushu Carrington's the business, bro. He's a winning hand. So when you got the winning hand, you don't need to play it like you got the losing hand. You let the game play out. You take your time with it because you got to milk it. If you're playing poker and you got the winning hand, you ain't just going to over bet. You want everybody to put their chips in. You keep betting slow and you play it the long game. And that's what you do with Shushu Carrington because he's definitely the real deal. He just probably needs to be refined. My take is if Devin is not in your weight class and is too big, stop clout chasing him. These guys live off someone they won't fight. Bro, I don't understand why everybody keeps calling out this brother's name. I don't understand. I saw Richardson Hitchens and Teofimo Lopez do it and they could have fought each other. I saw Keyshawn Davis do it. I saw Shakur Stevenson do it. Like, why are you man calling this brother's name for? We don't need a third fight. I don't know what third fight between what? What are you talking about, bro? I don't know what you're referring to, my G. But yeah, you man hit the like button, hit the subscribe. Oh yeah, we don't need a third fight between Beterbiev and Bivol. Benavidez should fight either Bivol or Beterbiev. I agree. But Benavidez has got a good fight. He's fighting Zerdo. Freeweight world champion if he beats Zerdo Ramirez. And he'll be a unified champion at cruiserweight. So for me, if Benavidez fights Zerdo, his next fight should be Jail Pataya. When is this Nick Bull fight gonna start, bro? Because we've been waiting for a minute. Shushu would beat Bull, in my opinion. That said, they both lose to Espinoza. As for right now, I actually think Nick Bull beats Espinoza. I know you guys don't agree. I think Figueroa is Nick Bull's toughest fight at the weight class, stylistically. I think Nick Bull beats Espinoza. I know you man think I'm talking so much crap, but bro, if you watch what Nick Bull done to, if you're a guy like Espinoza who fights on the outside coming in and has a big frame like Espinoza does, Nick Bull will be able to exploit that because you're tall. Nick Bull uses the fact that he's short to his advantage. So when you're punching down, you lose distance. But Nick Ball punches completely horizontal. So that means his punch from A to B lands much easier and quicker. And you have to cut the distance to hit it. Where Brandon Figueroa is going to be there anyway. So Brandon Figueroa is the only person who I actually think has the collection of attributes when he was in his prime, obviously, the collection of attributes to actually beat Nick Ball. I don't think I've always said this as well. Just based on styles, I don't think Rafael Espinoza can beat Nick Ball. Just based on styles. Nick Ball is the worst fight for Rafael Espinoza. Rafael Espinoza is a clean fighter. He likes to fight clean. He lands clean combinations. And he likes space behind his punches. Nick Ball will just remove that space. And I haven't seen once in my entire life Rafael Espinoza fighting in reverse, catching guys on the way in and boxing off the back foot. I haven't seen Brandon Figueroa do it either, but Brandon Figueroa doesn't need that space. He doesn't need that he doesn't need that space and leverage to land his shots because he's not looking for singles. He's looking for flurries. He fights Messi as well. So the only way you can beat a Messi fighter is to be as messy as him and just make sure you're doing more. Outwork him. And I think Figueroa can outwork Nick Ball. I don't think Rafael Espinoza, huh? You don't think Nick Ball can only fight in spurts. Nick Ball fights for 10 seconds then stops. 15 seconds and stops. Rafael Nah, bro. Watch him actually fight. The only reason why you think he puts pressure on you, that's my brother talking, by the way. The only reason why you think he puts pressure on you is because you walk back. If you stay on his chest, pause, he doesn't continue throwing. Sam Goodman in his last fight, he realized that. Raymond Ford in his last fight realized that, but he realized that too late. If Brandon Figueroa stays there the whole night and tries to get Nick Ball fighting in reverse as well, he will get some success, trust me. Shushu Obitaya is on a Zaffa protection plan. He ain't fighting anyone anytime soon. I agree. If Benavidez beats Zerdo, is he top 4 pound for pound? No chance. But here's a question. Here's a question that you might need to ask yourself. If Zerdo, I think Benavidez wins. I'm gonna make the disclaimer now. But if Zerdo beats Benavidez, Zerdo's in my top 10 pound for pound. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care, bro. This guy would be a 2-weight world champion, and his resume is kind of good, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, especially at cruiserweight. But then again, Espinoza would be fighting someone that's almost a foot shorter than him. I think it would be different if Nick Ball was fight. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Nick Ball is one of those fighters like Tyson. They make the fact that they're short work to their advantage. You now have to almost close the distance to actually land your punches. Because unless you're going to fight like Andrade, who literally sits down and throws shots completely horizontal and lowers his height and fights at levels, you're going to stand upright but be punching down, which means you lose distance. So when you're losing distance, you're going to have to you're going to have to step forward to actually get any leverage behind your punches. Or you're going to have to be a great back foot counter puncher where you can literally just walk him onto shots like Tommy Hearns. And I guess Espinoza could try. Ray Vargas tried that style and it didn't work. Raymond Ford tried that style and it didn't work. He had to change it. I got Figueroa. Shout out to you, my bro. Man's got a Dominican and Jamaican flag. Let me tell you something now. Shout out to Dominica. Shout out to Jamaica still. I'm from Jamaica, but Dominica, I got mad love for the Dominican people. So shout out to I got mad love for everyone in the Caribbean. So big up all my Caribbean people in the chat. If you're Caribbean. Now it's gone completely the other direction. We've got 52% of people saying Nick Ball's gonna win. Raw. 52%. I agree with that. And also Nick Ball loads up on shots too. He'd be even shorter in there. Trust me, bro. The way short he He's 5'2", but he's fighting at like 4'9". Bro, this guy really gets low and up. So he's constantly changing the levels. So he will definitely cause um Rafael Espinoza trouble. Like he done Ray Vargas. Because Rafael Espinoza will try to do what Ray Vargas done at times. But because he wants that space. Espinoza likes space to get leverage behind his shots. Go and watch any Rafael Espinoza fight. When that guy's right there, just underneath him, bro, he's not getting no leverage behind them shots. And Espinoza looks dope. When he throws his punches, he looks really good. But he looks really good when he's throwing those punches when he's got space and room. Give me space, give me room. I think Zerdo outboxes Benavidez now, bro. Benavidez wins. Zerdo can win by being messy and he'll be big, but bro, Benavidez will just outwork him, bro. Benavidez has just got the trick, the engine, and the stamina, bro. Benavidez will just outwork him. Like he'll throw combinations. He will throw like Zerdo's right there. The person to beat Benavidez is someone who has great single punch power to get his respect and stop him coming forward, or someone who has really good lateral movement. Zerdo Ramirez is good. He fought Bivol. Yeah, bro. He fought Arthur Abraham. He fought in his prime. He fought a prime Jesse Hart twice. He fought Tommy Carpensi. He fought Sullivan Barrera. He fought Vlasov. He fought Dorticos, Joe Smith Jr., Willem Smith, Glamarian. Like he's fought. All of those guys I've just mentioned are either former world champions or fought for a world title. I got Nick Ball round 9. You think Nick Ball's gonna stop Figueroa? Oh, you must see something I don't see. Big up. He might. I think he wins as well. I think the judges will give him a bit of a hand. I think I got Nick Ball winning. That's my prediction. But I think going into if Figueroa can get into the back half of this fight, round 10, 11, 12, he's got a chance. Because Sam Goodman and Raymond Ford showed us that Nick Ball, because he fights in spurts and he's so explosive, that stamina don't go down the stretch that well. Don't rate Ball at all, but I'm trying to see him versus Shushu. I actually want to see him fight Shushu Carrington. I think Shushu Carrington loses that fight. I think Shushu Carrington is a great fighter, but mixing it up with someone like Nick Ball, like we saw when he fought Castro, is just a bad idea. Because Nick Ball will just force you to fight a messy fight. And I don't see, if the fight's messy, Shushu winning. I see Nick Ball winning. As I said, bro, the person who beats Nick Ball is a person who can get Nick Ball fighting in reverse. I don't think Shushu's that guy. Not right now. I think if Shushu just boxed and just worked on his like lateral movement of boxed and he was disciplined and refined, a refined Shushu beats Nick Ball. But he when he goes in there with Nick Ball will turn it into a fight that he's never seen before.
Who do you think wins?
This fight,
Yeah.
Nick Ball. But if Figueroa, I've always said this. Nick Ball's toughest fight at this weight class is this fight here. I've always said it. This will be Nick Ball's toughest fight at the weight class. He's fighting for his title. I've always said it. This will be his toughest fight. Trust me. Yeah, he's from Liverpool. Nick looks calm. Yeah, Nick has got ice in his veins, bro. How can you be so tall and cut so much weight? Bro, sometimes people's frames like that, bro. Because I'm 5'10", yeah, and I can fight. If I tried, I probably could make 135 if I tried. Caleb Plant doesn't get enough credit for the fight he gave Benavidez. He was boxing beautifully until his gas tank went. I think Andrade was even better. Go watch the Andrade fight back. Do you think Ray Ford will get that rematch soon? No, Ray Ford's at 30. I think Ray Ford's trying to fight Oshaki Foster. For me, Ray Ford's next fight should be the winner of Sugar Nunes versus Navarrete. That would be a dope fight. Up the Scousers on Nick Ladd. I'm not Nick still. Nick's my partner in crime. But yeah, up the likes, Rouse, isn't it? If you want to support your guy, up the likes. Obviously, Brandon Figueroa being southpaw, I don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference because Nick Bull doesn't respect footwork. Brandon Figueroa is actually fighting off the back foot, which I've never, ever, ever seen. I thought Figueroa was. Oh, Brandon Figueroa is actually using his size and his distance, which is good. He's landed some real good. He's thrown some good jabs. He landed a good jab to the body. Nick Bull's actually gonna have to fight a different style. Really good work from. Oh, good job. He switched to orthodox already. Figueroa. Figueroa looks focused, bro. Figueroa looks focused. Elias Shushu will get cracked trying to fight on the inside. Bull ain't gonna be walking backwards regardless. Ooh, that is a great shot from Nick Bull that he landed on Figueroa, and it looks like he's hurt Figueroa already. That was a great uppercut. Nick Bull's work rate is very underrated. Nah, I don't actually think. I think his work rate is overrated. He fights in spurts. Look, watch this fight. He said that. K Rose, watch what Nick Bull does. He will fight explosive and then go on a walkabout for 10 seconds, then be explosive again, go on a walkabout for 10 seconds. This fight has started at 100, and his gas tank doesn't look that great down the stretch. Figueroa's going forward now. This fight is looking like a good fight. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I'm gonna get through these last two comments and I'm gonna actually watch the fight and then get the comments in between rounds. Did Ray Ford move up permanently? Yeah, no, he's been his last 4 fights was at 30. I meant come on, Nick. Sorry, bro. Yeah, shout out to Nick Bull. Nick Bull. They both started this round quite well, but I'm not gonna lie. This is good work from. Oh, good shot from Nick Bull. This is good work from both fighters because I think they're both doing the right game plan. Nick Bull's landed some real good eye-catching punches, but Brandon Figueroa is making Nick Bull work, and I think. In terms of quantity, I actually think Nick Figueroa has probably landed more punches, but in terms of quality, Nick Bull's definitely been the more quality fighter. Good jab from Brandon Figueroa. Good straight right from good straight left from Brandon Figueroa. Good straight left again from Figueroa. This is what I'm saying, bro. K Rose. This is what I'm saying about his work rate. He's not got great work rate. He takes breaks and then he explodes into action. Just like that. He takes breaks and explodes into action. He's like a catapult. He'll wind back. He's like a McDonald's toy. Remember a McDonald's toy? You have to wind, and you let it go. That's what he does. You just wind him up and let it go. But when he does his explosive shots, Figueroa's got to keep this dude working. Good work from Brandon Figueroa. That was a great round. Good round. Tough round to score. Because the eye-catching punches came from from Nick Bull, but the quality came from Brandon. The quantity came from Brandon, sorry. Brandon never took a break in that round. You know what I'm saying? Nick Bull took a break in that round. So the eye-catching punches came from Nick Bull. But as I was saying, Nick Bull takes breaks. And what Brandon Figueroa needs to do in the next round is make sure in between the times when Nick Bull's taking those breaks, you're making him work. Make him work 10 times harder. The fight's going kind of the way I thought it would go. They're both using the game plan I said for them. Nick Bull has to be selective with his punches, which he's doing. He's not just bum rushing. He's going in there with singles instead of 3s and 4s. But Brandon Figueroa is trying to get Nick Bull fighting in reverse. You all got it 1-0, Brandon. I understand why you say that. Good jab from Brandon Figueroa. See, Nick Bull's struggling when the fight's at long range because that was a good shot from Nick Bull. But this is where if I'm Brandon Figueroa, work. This is where you want to work. Work here. Work here. This is where you work. This is where you work. Here. This is where you work. This is right here. That what he just done there, that's where you work. You got the better of that exchange. Now you work again. Work. Work right here. When you're here, work. When you're here, this is where you work. Work right here. Keep working. Because this is where Nick Bull can't fight. In reverse. Now there's space. He's gonna rifle himself into an attack soon. He's gonna rifle. Watch. But it's a matter of time. Nick Bull's gonna come forward with a flurry. Good shot from Brandon Figueroa again. What a body shot. This is what I'm saying. You gotta get Nick Bull fighting in reverse. Because Nick Bull can't fight going backwards. Someone that small Nick is like a ball. So if he rolls forward, he'll keep going forward. But if he rolls back, he can't turn around and go forward. Like Shakar can bounce in and out. Bibble can bounce in and out. But Nick Ball, once you roll him backwards, the name is a ball. His name's like fitting. Once you get him going in one direction, he will stay going in that direction. Trust me. And that's what Figueroa has figured out. That was a good work from Nick Ball, though. I mean, good work from Nick Ball. He landed a good combination there. He's being very selective. Looks like Nick Ball's nose is bust already. Looks like Nick's not. This is where Nick Ball, Brandon Figueroa needs to work. AB Talks Bullshit says 1-0 Figueroa as well. I think this round's more convincing to Figueroa still. I think this round's more convincing. Oh, good shot from Nick Ball. See, the quantity is definitely coming from Brandon Figueroa, but the quality is coming from Nick Ball. Nick Ball does land one good single. You see how he rifles himself into an attack? You want to attack him now. Go and attack him. He just literally rifled himself into an attack. Good work from Brandon Figueroa. And now you want to work. Now you want to work, Figueroa. Good body shot. I'm not listening to the commentators, so I don't know if the commentators are saying Nick Ball's winning or not. That was a good shot from Nick Ball. Great work. Great work. Great work from Brandon Figueroa there. He slipped or ducked the shot and then he spun Nick Ball. But then a good combination from Nick Ball to end the round. I think Figueroa won that round, but Nick Ball had some good moments. It's going to be a tough fight to score. Do you like the quality single or doubles from Nick Ball, or do you like the constant pressure from Figueroa? Figueroa was working constantly around. Bro, F Texer and everybody in the chat, bro, you lot actually don't rate my boxing knowledge, bro. I actually watch these guys. MGM Grand, this is one of my favorite places on earth, Vegas and that. That's where we're going to, they're just showing it on screen, but that's not where we're today. We're in Liverpool. Nick Ball's not taking the seat in between rounds, which I presume he's just trying to keep the adrenaline and energy in his legs. He's already looking a bit tired, though. But as I said before the fight started, this is the game plan Figueroa should go with. And as I said before the fight started, Figueroa is going to be Nick Ball's toughest fight because he's the only one who's going to get Nick Ball fighting in reverse. Good shot from Nick Ball there. Nick Ball is actually showing some versatility. The thing is, though, Nick Ball is landing that lead uppercut at will. What Brandon Figueroa needs to do is, because that uppercut's landing all the time, Brandon Figueroa needs to have a very, very, very low lead hand. Last week, we spoke about, obviously, Tiafimo's lead low hand, but that was because Shakur was the southpaw. With you being the southpaw and the guy throwing lead uppercuts, have a lower left hand, so just in case the uppercut's coming, you can parry it down. If you're up here, there's a gap for you to be hit. But if it's down here, he's got to go through your arms to land the uppercut. What a check left hook from Brandon Figueroa. And then a great body shot back. Brandon Figueroa is actually fighting a real good fight, and he's forcing Nick Ball to fight like Sugar Ray Leonard, bro. My man's fighting off the back foot. And as I said before the fight starts, if you get Nick Ball fighting in reverse, this is what will happen. The problem is nobody's ever done it. You got to get these guys to fight in reverse. This is great work from Figueroa. Good work from Figueroa again. That uppercut from Nick Ball is landing at will, though. Nick Ball switched to southpaw for a second. 2-0. Ball is some pie and mash pitbull. Facts.
Yeah, sure. Face my angle. I can't feel like this.
2-0, Nick. 1-1. You got it 1-1. Could be 1-1. Nick sending this guy back to home depot round 7. Trust me, he ain't, bro. I'll bet you a grand right now that he ain't stop. Well, I'm not gonna bet you a grand, but I'll bet you that he ain't stopping Figueroa. I'll tell you that for free. He ain't stopping Figueroa, bro. Good shot from Brandon Figueroa again. He's forcing Nick Ball to fight off the back foot. If Nick Ball wins this fight, he would have shown great adjustment skills because he's actually fighting a style that I've never seen him fight before. He's now fighting in southpaw. Nick Ball has actually adjusted his style and he's now fighting in southpaw to deal with the southpaw style. Now, Brandon Figueroa has gone to orthodox. Nick Ball's gone back to orthodox. What is going on here? This is great work from Figueroa, bro. It's very similar to what Murataya done the other day, bro. I'm hitting anything. I'm going to hit anything and anything. I'm wrong about this fight. I don't know what you said, bro. But as I said, this is the best way for Figueroa to win. Getting Nick Ball to fight in reverse. And I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you, look, this now, bro. Figueroa will fight like this for 12 rounds. If you've ever watched Figueroa, he'll fight like this for 12 rounds. In the championship rounds, watch how Figueroa's fighting. I watch how Nick Ball's fighting. I literally have called this fight exactly how I think this fight should go. In the sense that Nick Ball should win, but if Brandon Figueroa fights off the front foot, he's going to win this fight. Because Nick Ball can't fight in reverse, bro. He's got no reverse gear whatsoever. That's 3 rounds. The last 2 rounds, Figueroa's definitely won. I don't know how they're scoring it, but who they got winning? Who man got winning this fight? Because I got Nick Ball losing this fight, you know. That check hook was nice. 3-0 Figueroa. I got it at least 2-1 Figueroa. The first round was close. Good body shot again from Figueroa. Those body shots are gonna cause Nick Ball some problems. See, this is where Figueroa needs to work, though. Figueroa needs to work because Nick Ball is only fighting in spurts. So once he's finished his spurt, you got to make him work when he wants to rest. Whoa, that was a great straight left hook from Figueroa. Nick Ball is staying in orthodox against the southpaw stance of Brandon Figueroa. And Brandon Figueroa is causing Nick Ball all sorts of problems. That was a great left hook from Nick Ball, though. But then Nick Ball can't get out of the way of that straight left in a southpaw stance. I don't know if them punch stats are correct still. Good shot again from Figueroa. But then you got to get Nick Ball to work. That's this way you want to work. Good uppercut from Figueroa. Oh, good shot again from Nick Ball. Good lead left hander. Good uppercut from Nick Ball. Then Nick Ball's messy in the fight up, but then Figueroa comes right back. But then Nick Ball comes back with a triple jab. This is a real good fight. This round's much closer. Look how Nick Ball's breathing and look at Figueroa's face. Look at Nick Ball's breathing. Look at Figueroa's face. Just look. Whoever mentioned that the his work rate's good. As I said, bro, Figueroa will fight like this whole round. Nick Ball's feeling the pace already. The thing is, in his previous fights, the Vargas fight, the Ford fight, the Goodman fight, they gave him a chance to rest. Figueroa is not giving him a chance to rest. That was a good jab from Nick Ball. But then this is not where Figueroa wants to be. That is a great shot from Nick Ball. But then Figueroa comes right back. Good jab. Good jab from Nick Ball again. Straight down the pipe. Good 1-2 from Nick Ball. Figueroa is now giving Nick Ball the space to land his single shots. You need to go and step on him. Good straight left from Figueroa. Good jab from Nick Ball. Good straight jab from Nick Ball again. Good 1-2 from Figueroa. Now Figueroa has gone into orthodox. Good body shot again from Figueroa. He's definitely invested in the body in this fight. Great overhand left from Nick Ball in the orthodox stance. Now he switched back to orthodox. These guys are switching bears. I've never even seen these guys switch so much. Oh, what an uppercut. What a left hook from Brandon Figueroa. And then a good lead left hand to end the round from Nick Ball. Tough round. Rance says Nick Ball went one around. You got it 2-2. Nah, for me, I got it. It could be 2-2, could be 3-1. Can't believe you got Ball beating Shushu with them slow feet and hands. Bro, Shushu likes to mess it up, innit? Remember this fights in Liverpool, so judges are a mad thing. I said that before the fight. What a fight, but Ball definitely down. How have they got Nick Ball landing more shots? I don't know. The zone always has some doctored punch stats. I don't listen to these man in the cards still. One man has it 4-0, 3-1. I think 3-1, someone has it 2-2, 4-0, super close round though. I actually have it 3-1 Figueroa. I think Figueroa won the I think it's 3-1 still. Good start from Figueroa in this round. He's landed 2 good body shots already. There's been 2 close rounds and 2 clear rounds for. Oh, good shot from Nick Ball on the with the left hook. They've given 3 rounds to Ball. What's Frampton watching? I don't know what Frampton's watching, bro. I don't know what Frampton's watching. Good left hook from Figueroa. The second round, Nick Ball definitely didn't win. So I don't know what he's talking about with that. He definitely didn't win that second round. Good job from Nick Ball. Nick Ball started this round quite well. Well, the last 30 seconds. Good shot from Nick Ball. He's pivoting. He's really showing some variety in this fight, Nick Ball. So well done. He's showing some really good variety. That was a good jab. Good body shot. Oh, what a good shot from flipping Brandon Figueroa. That was an absolute shot. Yeah. Nick Ball is feeling the pace in this fight, bro.
I don't think Nick Ball's so confident anymore.
Oh! Good shot from Nick Ball on the uppercut, single uppercut. That uppercut's there all day, though. Good body shot. Good jab from Nick Ball. This is a good competitive round again. Good shot. Good shot from Brandon Figueroa there. Brandon Figueroa switched to orthodox now. I don't really like when he goes orthodox because the straight left goes because now he's using it as a jab. Good counter. Go! Oh, they're swinging it in the center of the ring there. Oh, I don't know who got the better of that combination. Nick Ball is just leaping in with these overhand shots, boy. Now he's fighting quite smart. I think Nick Ball, you could probably give him this round still. He's breathing heavy though. See a lot of Nick body, whereas Figueroa is just arm shots. I think this round you can give to Nick Ball still. Depending on obviously the last 19 seconds, but I think this round you can give to Nick Ball. Good shot from Nick Ball straight down the pipe with the right hand. Good shot from Nick Ball again. Good boxing. Oh, good shot from Figueroa there. It looked like he hurt Nick Ball. It looked like he hurt Nick Ball near the end still. 2-2. Ball gonna get tired in the later rounds. I said that already. I said that lead right hook to the body from Figueroa is money. Facts. That's why I prefer him to stay in southpaw. Because the lead right hook to the body and the straight left that he's throwing is working. That's how his nose is bust with that straight left. This is justice for my boy Ray Ford. Bro, yeah, facts. Facts. Bro, we never bother with Frampton's scorecard. Yeah, facts. Absolute joke, man. 3-2. I got it 3-2 as well. He is bleeding. But that's what I'm saying. The championship, you got a 3-2 Nick. Fair enough. Fair enough. The championship rounds is where Figueroa. Yeah, there's that girl there. That's Figueroa's sister. That girl there on the right with that little girl. That's Figueroa's sister. That's what I'm telling you, bro. Bro, you make you wanna get a passport, babe, bro. Bull's nose is bleeding. But yeah, if Nick Bull, if Figueroa keeps it like this, going into the last 7, 8 rounds, I mean 7, 8, going into rounds 8, 9, 10, good uppercut from Nick Bull, but then he's walking Figueroa down. Figueroa is landing shots though. This is why I don't know where did they like the quality or quantity? Did they like the guy going on the back foot or the front foot? Good jab from Figueroa. Good shot again from Figueroa. Good shot from there from Figueroa. Again from Figueroa. Nick Bull needs to try and turn the tide in this round because he got caught with some big shots. That was a poor jab. Nick Bull's feeling the pace of the fight. But this is where Figueroa needs to walk this dude onto punches. Don't. Oh, good shot. Good check left hook from Oh, now Nick Bull's in southpaw, and he just got caught with an overhand left. Oh my days, he got caught with an overhand left there. That was easy work. And now he's gone back to orthodox. That was a poor left hook from Nick Bull. Tried a body shot, missed there again. Figueroa needs to go step on this dude. Step on this dude. Make this dude work now. Make this dude work. Good straight left. Good straight left again. Good right hook. Nick Bull tried to land the left hand. It didn't really land. Nick Bull's gone away from the jab. I don't know why. That was a good jab there. See, right there. That's what you need to do. Good jab from Figueroa. That was a good shot from Nick Bull. Good feint from Nick Bull. Nick Bull is feeling the pace, but that's why Brandon Figueroa needs to step on this dude. Good body shot. Good body shot again, but then a triple uppercut from Nick Bull whilst on the clinch. And then Nick Bull dives in. Good jab from Brandon Figueroa. Oh, Nick Bull can land that uppercut at will, but he can't. He doesn't really have much after that. Good body shot from Brandon Figueroa. Again, another good 1-2 from Brandon Figueroa. Nick Bull is feeling the pace, bro. I've never seen Nick Bull fight in reverse as much as I've seen him fight in reverse in this fight. Oh, good shot from both fighters. And then they trade 1-2s again. Good shot again from Brandon Figueroa. Anyone who gave this round to Nick Bull is a Nick Bull fanboy. Good body shot from Brandon Figueroa. Anybody who gave this round to Brandon Figueroa is a Nick Bull. Sorry, is a Nick Bull fanboy. That was the easiest round of the fight. That is the easiest. I just turned the commentary. It's just ball glazing. Swear down. That was a ball round. Figueroa investing to the body early. I got it 3-2 or 4-1. I got it 4-2 now. 4-1, 4-1, 4-1. She's nice still, trust me. Buying. Fig round, but Fig stopping him later on. Bull most be on those peds because this pace is mad. 4-2, 5-1 Figueroa. I've got it 4-2 Figueroa. Yeah, you man hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the video and them things there. 5-1 Figueroa. F Tex has it 5-1 Figueroa. Good. Figueroa needs to really go and step on Nick Bull now. This is where good body shot again, but a good comeback from Nick Bull. Good comeback from Nick Bull again. Oh, good left hook from Nick Bull and Figueroa. Good jab from Figueroa. Figueroa needs to go back to being in southpaw. Go back to being in southpaw. This is the stance that you need to stay in. Stay in southpaw. Good uppercut from Nick Bull. Nick Bull started this round really good. You can't let this dude get his second win. Good shot from Nick Bull. Nick Bull is stepping on the gas in this round, and he's trying to fight off the front foot. Trying to give himself a bit more space. Good strength from Nick Bull there. Good jab from Nick Bull. They've got Nick Bull landing more shots though. Good jab from Nick Bull. Nick Bull's winning this round. Nick Bull's winning this round. They're saying quality over quantity. 5-1 Figueroa. Nick Bull got with a black nose and pace of the fight will catch up on him. Potentially. Them punch stats are bogus. Facts. I don't know what these man are. These punch stats are definitely bogus, bro. One second. Good work, good boxing work from Nick Bull off the back foot. Good work from Nick Bull. Good work there. This is good work from Nick Bull. This is really good work from Nick Bull. Oh, good shot from Nick Bull. This is a good round from Nick Bull. Figueroa's had his moments, but good body shot again from Nick Bull. But Brandon Figueroa might get a point deducted, you know, because I could just see it on the. I can see the ref deducting a point. Point landing like a mother effer this round. Facts. That was a big round from Nick Bull. 4-3 for me, Nick Bull. 4-3 for me, Figueroa. That was a big round from Nick Bull still. You got it 5-2. 5-2, 4-3. I got it 4-3 as well. Good. Raw. He's got it 5-2. He's got it 5-2 Nick Bull. That is mad. Good body shots. Good body shots. Good jab from Nick Bull there. Good jab from Figueroa there. Good left hand from Nick Bull. Good straight left from Figueroa. Good jab from Nick Bull. Good body shot from Brandon Figueroa. Or good shot from Nick Bull. Good check left hand. Good jab from Figueroa. It's a good round. Really competitive round. Triple left hook from Brandon Figueroa. Good straight walk right. Good body shot. Good body shot. Oh, good jab. Good work from Figueroa. Now work. Oh, good uppercut from Nick Bull. This is good work from Nick Bull there in that flurry. This is a good round. A real competitive round. Real competitive round from a good jab from Nick Bull. Good straight right hand from Brandon Figueroa. This last minute's up for grabs, bro. This last minute is definitely up for grabs. Good shot from Nick Bull, then good shot from Figueroa. Good body shot from both from Figueroa. Again, Nick Bull's trying to do a last minute flurry. Brandon Figueroa now needs to go and step to this dude. Step to this dude. Good. That's exactly what you do. Step to this dude. Good combination from Nick Bull going back in reverse. Good jab from Brandon Figueroa and a brilliant body shot. Then he lands an overhand left and he's punching on the clinch, which is good work from Figueroa. Good shot from, brilliant shot from Brandon Figueroa. Body shot. Good shot. That is a really good shot from Brandon Figueroa. This should be you can slightly edge this to Figueroa. It's a close round, though. It's a close round. Bull had aimbot activated for 2 minutes. Lol. Bull did well to keep turning him and landing. Probs his best round, can only give him 2. Frampton was in the toilet sniffing with Conor McGregor. Lol. They're gonna rob this guy. I don't think it'll be a robbery, but I do think it's gonna be close on the cards. I think that round I slightly edged to Figueroa still. Got it 6-2. I probably got it 5-3. I probably got it 5-3 as well. You man are saying 6-2, but probably got it 5-3. This is where I expect Figueroa to do better. This is where Figueroa is in the best place right now because on my scorecards he's up. But even if you got it 4-4, I expect these are the rounds where Figueroa will, those body shots that he's been throwing and the fact that Nick Bull has been tied for a while, I expect it to show in these rounds now. I expect. But we'll see. Good jab from Figueroa. Good straight right hand from Figueroa. He's now in southpaw. Just switched. Orthodox switched to southpaw. Good straight right hand. Good body shot again from Brandon Figueroa. Good shot from both men. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dave said the commentary just said they know Brandon Figueroa is behind. I don't know about that, bro. Good shot from. Good body shot from Brandon Figueroa. This round's close. He needs to do something to tip the tide in his favor because this round's close. Nick Bull's feeling the pace of this round. Good shot from Nick Bull. Good shot from Nick Bull again. But then he's back against the ropes. Good shot again from Nick Bull, but then Nick Bull's against the ropes. Brandon Figueroa landed a few couple. Oh, good shot from Nick Bull. That is really good work there. Oh, that was good work from Nick Bull. Nick Bull's fighting well off the back foot now. He made some really good adjustments. Good body shot from Brandon Figueroa. Good shot from Nick Bull. Brandon Figueroa, he's so defensively insufficient that anytime Nick Bull throws, he's going to land. Oh, good shot. Oh, Nick Bull got hit with a big punch there. Could that change the tide of the round? That was a big punch that Brandon Figueroa landed. There was a backhand left that he landed. Oh, my gosh. This has been a close round. This has been a really close round. Oh, Frampton cutting lines with his credit card before the fight. They're definitely giving Bull the fight regardless. Probably. It's in Liverpool, innit? So probably. But yeah, man. This fight. I think Nick Bull. This is a close fight. This is a close fight. Um, I think before the round I had it 5-3 to Figueroa. I think I could actually have it 5-4. I don't know. I don't know. You got it 6-3. Um, I mean, Nick Bull's definitely he's shown quality off the back foot at times as well. He's definitely thrown the more quality punches. But I just feel like he's just been overwhelmed. Good shot from Nick Bull. Good 3 body shots from Brandon Figueroa. Another good body shots from Brandon Figueroa. Raw. Frampton's given the last 2 rounds to Figueroa, so Figueroa must have won those last 2 rounds then. Good jab from Nick Bull. Oh, good shot. Oh, that was a really good left hook from Brandon Figueroa. Nick Bull felt that punch, but he went straight into the tire. Good jab from Brandon Figueroa, Nick Bull. This round's good. This is a good round. They both show some really good skill at times, you know. The punch variety from Figueroa to just speed there, the game plan, but then also the punch selection from Nick Bull off the back foot has been really good. He's shown a really good jab for someone that's short as well. For someone who's naturally a front foot fighter, he's shown that he can adjust really well. So credit to him. Credit to him. Good body shot. Good jab from Nick Bull. Or good jab back from Figueroa. Good jab from Nick Bull. Jab from Figueroa. Then a 1-2 from Figueroa. Now he's got him up against the ropes. He landed a body shot to the head and an uppercut. He spun Nick Bull there. Then Nick Bull tried to throw an overhand right. Good 1-2 from Nick Bull there. Good jab from Nick Bull. Brandon Figueroa. Good jab. Good body shot. This is a close round to score. This is a close round to score. Good 1-2 from Figueroa. If Figueroa can win this last minute, he wins the round. If Nick Bull can win this last minute, he wins the round. That was a great body shot from Figueroa. Good jab from Nick Bull. Good jab again from Nick Bull. And then he tried the overhand left, it didn't land. Nick Bull, good body shot. Good shot from Brandon Figueroa. Step, good body shot. What a good body shot. Good jab. Nick Bull, good jab again. 1-2 from Figueroa. Oh, this is a good fight. Good shot from both men there. Then Nick Bull misses with a backhand right. Oh, good jab from Nick Bull. Oh, good jab from Figueroa. Oh, this is a tough round to score, boy. This is a tough round to score. Good jab from both men. Oh, good backhand right. That is a great shot from Figueroa. This is a tough round to score. This is a tough round to score. Good body shot. Good overhand left. Oh. Oh, that was a tough round to score. They love the hometown hero, don't they? Facts. 6-3 in your opinion. 6-3. Frampton scorecard. Shake my head. He's got it 1 round apart, so that means Figueroa must be winning. He's got it 1 round apart. 7-3. Okay. So in your scorecard, as long as Figueroa stays on his feet, he wins. I don't know. I think the tide has definitely turned. But Nick Bull's a fighter, bro. He's got his game. He's gonna roll the dice. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, Figueroa is so defensively insufficient that you're gonna see still holes that Nick Bull can exploit. Because Nick Bull is landing eye-catching punches, so those shots can still be exploited. What Figueroa needs to do is somehow nullify that left-handed Nick Bull's, whether it's with the jab or with the uppercut. He's landed that at will. He needs to step to his right instead of stepping to his left. Oh, that's a great body shot from Brandon Figueroa. They're saying to keep it up. That wasn't low at all. That was a great body shot. That was a good shot from Nick Bull. Nick Bull is now he's literally resulted to one big punch and then jabs. You gotta find a way to step to your right, because the jab that Nick Bull's throwing is actually irrelevant. You need to get on the outside of that jab. Good body shot from Big Brandon Figueroa. Brandon Figueroa started this round definitely well. And as I said, I told you that Nick Bull's stamina down the stretch isn't as good as people think. Good body shot. Good shot from Brandon Figueroa. Good shot, body shot again from Brandon Figueroa. Bro, if you watch how Brandon Figueroa always ends his fights, he always ends his fights with stamina. He fights the same way as he does in the first round as he does in the last round. Nick Bull is trying his best to keep this dude off him, but he just can't do it. As I said before, if Brandon Figueroa just stays at good 1-2. Good jab. Uppercut from Nick Bull, but then body shot from Brandon Figueroa. Now Nick Bull initiates the clinch. Now Figueroa is winning this round for me. Good jab from Nick Bull, but then an uppercut from Nick Bull. What a shot. He switched to southpaw. Good one, straight left down the pipe. Nick Bull does need to feint a bit more. If he feinted a bit more. Good uppercut from Nick Bull. Good jab from Figueroa. Good shot from Figueroa. Brilliant work from Figueroa. Got him up against the ropes. Don't let him get away. Brilliant work from Figueroa. There. Good jab from Nick Bull. Good combination from Nick Bull. This is a real good fight. Someone said fight of the year. I don't think it's quite fight of the year, but it's a great fight. Good shot from Nick Bull. Then a good shot from Figueroa. Good 1-2. Good straight left from Nick Bull. But then a jab from Brandon Figueroa. Good body shot from Figueroa. This is a good round for Figueroa, in my opinion. Good combination from Nick Bull to end it, but I think Figueroa won that round, in my opinion. Figueroa won that round. 7-3, Michael Perkins. Figueroa getting shagged, but I still think Fig can stop him. Taking headshots that the commentator's not talking about. I'm not even listening to the commentary. If it's close, they will give it to Nick Bull. I'll be shocked if it doesn't happen. Figueroa needs these rounds coming, else he will get robbed. 8-3, 8-3, 8-3, 8-3. For me, I have it 7-4. Figueroa. I think Figueroa won that last round. And if Figueroa wins this last round, I think he's won the fight. I'm not even gonna lie. If Figueroa wins this last round, he won the fight. Now I know they're gonna give it to him, but if he wins the last round, he's won the fight on my scorecard. If he wins the last round, he won the good body shot. He's gone straight to work. Nick Bull. Oh, Nick Bull's done. Oh, it's over. Face first. Left hook. Face first. This fight's over. They traded left hooks, and Nick Bull got caught with the sweetest left hook. Oh my days! What a left hook from Brandon Figueroa. I told you, man, that Nick Bull, Figueroa. Oh, Nick Bull's gone through the ropes. It's over. Wave it off, ref. Wave it off. Wave the fight off. Brandon Figueroa has stopped Nick Bull in the 12th round. He may have needed that. He may have needed it. He has now become the two-weight world champion. A two-weight world champion. A two-time two-weight world champion, sorry. Two-weight world champion. What a knockout. What an absolute knockout. These men are beefing in the ring. I don't know why they're beefing in the ring. Because Nick Bull got absolutely starched. The ref should have waved off after the first one, bro. Man was face first. Face down, arse up. Bro, man was looking like a plank of wood, bro. Just lying down there, bro. Now these men are throwing in bears into the ring. These men are vexed, bro. The man from Mexico has come over. Well, he's actually American, but he's come over and he's upset the uppercut. These men are vexed in Liverpool, bro. They're throwing their bears in the ring, bro. It is mad. Bro, well done, Brandon Figueroa. You got the game plan spot on. You got the game plan spot on. Who said you got the knockdown? I got to give a shout out to somebody. Giovanni, bro. Shout out to Giovanni. Where's Giovanni in the chat? Shout out to Giovanni, bro. Shout out to my guy Giovanni. Shout out to him, bro. Because he called it. He said he thinks he can still get the stoppage. And I couldn't see it. Fig needs the 12th. Oh, yeah, we're ahead. I'm way behind. Me too. Figueroa, last round done. Like I said, justice for Ray Ford. Shout out to you, my bro, Prince. Run the replay. Well deserved. More than well deserved. Because for me, they were about to rob this dude. Because I had Figueroa up on the scorecards. But, bruv, as I said to you at the beginning of this fight, the championship rounds, Figueroa will look so much better. If you've ever watched Figueroa fight, bro, that's how he fights. He'll fight the same way in round 1 and round 12. Nick Bull didn't look good against Raymond Ford in the last few rounds. He didn't look good against Sam Goodman. And when people were talking about his gas tank and his engine, I'm like, yeah, that's because those other guys give him space and time. But because Figueroa was going to be there, what a left hook, bruv. What a left hook. You can't trade left hooks. Couldn't trade left hooks. The thing is, bang! Bang! Face down, arse up.
Does Nick Bull usually go to the top front in his fights though?
He does, but he normally he does knock a lot of guys out. But because Nick Bull, he normally fights on the front foot. The other guys who fight on the back foot. So they give him time to rest and recover. I said before the fight, this will be his toughest fight. Yeah, that's because that's how Figueroa fights going forward. So Nick Bull's not used to fighting going back. So imagine a Mike Tyson having to fight in reverse. You're now having to use a whole load of energy because you have to fight when you want to take a break.
It's something saying.
Well deserved. The first knockdown similar to Usyk Dubois. That first knockdown the ref should have waved that off. Ref moving mad. Bull fell flat on his face. That's what I'm saying, bro. That was madness. Bull did a Whitaker, in my opinion. I feel bad for Bull, but lucky I put a 5 on Brandon KO. You put a 5 on it. Swear down. Nice little 50. Nice one. Sorry, my other fellow Scousers. So you're from Liverpool and you put money on Figueroa to win. Bro, and you put it on the comment section of this video. Bro, that's mad. F Texer, me but wrong fighter. As I said, I think the justice in it. I think Figueroa should have won the fight. He was up on my scorecards, and it was a great performance from Figueroa. He got the game plan perfectly right. And as I said before the fight, this stylistically is the worst fight. I said, right, Nick Bull could beat Espinoza. He could beat Shushu Carrington. But Brandon Figueroa is the only fighter that will get you fighting in reverse for 12 rounds. I said it. And as said, so done. Nick Bull couldn't fight for 12 rounds in reverse. And that's what happened. When you got a man that's shorter than a spliff, he wants to be up close. He doesn't want to be on the outside. I want to see the cards, honestly, to see if they how bad the Segri would have been. Me as well. Great performance. Can anyone get the scorecards up for me, please? Can anyone get the scorecards? Rants, loving life right now, love. The ball went out of the Lol, the ball went out of play. Lol, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. Man said the ball went out of play. That is hilarious. I'll give you.
I said the ball out there to the birthday.
I'll give to you on saying Fig the hardest match for ball, bro. It's not even about matchups. Yeah, forget Figueroa. It's about styles. Who can make Nick Ball fight in reverse? I was speaking to my boy Nick this not I was speaking to Nick and I was speaking to Jeff. And the question that I had in this fight was who's gonna be fighting in reverse and who's gonna be fighting going forward. Whoever was fighting in reverse for me was gonna be the one who's gonna lose the fight. And Figueroa was the one who's fighting on the front foot. I literally done a whole live with Jeff talking about it. It's on Jeff's channel. And if you watch the fight, the build up that I done with Nick this week, where we spoke about who wins between Nick Ball and Figueroa, I asked Nick who's going in reverse. Because whoever's going in reverse is the one who loses the fight. And that's exactly what happened. Both those kids were disrespectful. Bro, I don't even know why they were throwing glasses of water and dashing drinks at Brandon Figueroa. My man got knocked out, bro. It's not even like he got robbed. Could you imagine, yeah, if the judges gave the fight to Brandon Figueroa? If they're throwing Bear at the ring for a knockout victory, could you imagine what they'll be doing for a close points decision? And Nick Ball's not a lateral mover on the back foot. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It was the game plan was perfect from Brandon Figueroa. Go to the body early and push this guy back in and get this guy working in reverse. Brandon Figueroa don't have great defense. So if you put him up there against someone like Stephen Fulton, who's comfortable fighting off the back foot, who's comfortable picking his punches, he's gonna pick him apart. But if you put him against someone who likes to come forward and be aggressive, like Lewis Neri, like Nick Ball, but there's another guy I'm waiting, I can't like Castro, like Magdaleno, those guys who come forward, you see what you get. Do you know what I'm saying? Nick Ball shows some adjustments, but wasn't enough. Now he did, but I don't think he expected Brandon Figueroa to be so much on the front foot. But Nick Ball did show some adjustments. He showed that he can fight off the back foot. He showed that he can select single shots. His punch selection was really good. But the truth is, he just doesn't have the dimensions to fight going in reverse. When you're 5'2", bro, against a guy that's 5'7", you don't want to be fighting in reverse, bro. You know what I'm saying? You want to be fighting going forward. And that's literally what happened. Not kid the knockdowns. I don't know what you mean, bro. The team were celebrating too much. They leaped over the ropes like Eubank. Nah, bro, it's boxing, bro. I don't care about that. I don't care. It's boxing, bro. This is a sport where man them are punching each other in the face. You can't get vexed if one man is jumping over the ring. That's an idiot thing. Brandon had got my respect, definitely. Brandon's always been a top fighter. Just because you lose a fight don't mean it's just a style thing, innit? Like Nick Ball could probably beat Stephen Fulton, but Stephen Fulton has Brandon Figueroa's number. Styles make fights. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, um, Brandon Figueroa stylistically was just all wrong for Nick Ball. And I've always said if I was gonna be anything in boxing, I'd be a matchmaker because I can tell you what styles just don't work with certain styles. Shout out to Rums, big up Shane, smash the like button. I said this fight will be techie for Ball. Figueroa could have even fought on the back foot due to his range. Nah, he couldn't have fought off the back foot. Rums, you're gonna have to show me a fight where you've seen Figueroa fight off the back foot because I ain't seen it. Like you gotta understand, man like Sebastian Fundora, man like what's my man at 135? Murataya, man like Benavides, those guys have the range, but they don't use it. They want to be up in the pocket, and that's the way they fight. Whether it was the body or the face, now the body shots were killing him. This is why we love boxing upsets like this. I don't even think it was an upset. Now Castro's defense is worse than Figs in my opinion, so I think it's different. I mean, what fight do they make at 126 now? Can you see a fight where Brandon Figueroa fights? Who can Brandon Figueroa fight? You know, Brandon Figueroa versus Rafael Espinosa, Mexico versus Mexico. That'll be a fight. Do you think they run it back in the US? I think they have a rematch clause. So yeah. Fig invested in the body from early and was landing heavy. I knew from Fulton fights was gonna get him late and stop him. How does Nick Ball come back from this? Is a good question. Well, what the hell did I do? What he's gonna want to do is try and get that immediate rematch. And if he can get that immediate rematch, he has to see if he can make some adjustments, see if he can fight that fight going forward instead of going back, and see if he can get Figueroa going in reverse. You get that rematch, then you're back where you were, innit? But it's a stoppage defeat. That's what's so bad, bro. You didn't even just lose on points. You lost by stoppage. And we can arguably say that he should have lost to Raymond Ford. But this fight, there isn't even a debate. You got stopped, bro. And you actually should have been stopped earlier. I would have loved to see Nick Ball versus Espinosa fight because I think it would have been a unique matchup. But oh hell. I want to see, bro, for Mexico, let's get Figueroa versus Espinosa. You know what I'm saying? A nasty stoppage to face first. Facts. Ray Ford nearly stopped him late as well. That, bro, who just said that? Who just said that? You see this Giovanni brother, yeah? I don't think I've ever seen you in the chat, but subscribe to the channel. Bro, earlier in the fight, I was saying Nick Ball doesn't fight well going down the stretch. People were saying he's got a good engine. I'm like, bro, he doesn't actually have a good engine. He just looks like he has a good engine, but he doesn't. When Raymond Ford fought him when they first fought, bro, Raymond Ford could have stopped him in the last round as well. Nick Ball doesn't have a great gas tank. It's just that guys allow him to rest because he will do a flurry and then they will run around the ring. He will circle the ring. He will walk them down. And then this time he's breathing. Whereas Figueroa was going forward. So at no stage did Nick Ball get a chance to rest. And that's what happened. Plus the ref gave him that Wilder Fury 1 count. Bro, it didn't even make a difference. Bro, that knockout was just devastating. And shout out to Brandon Figueroa's sister as well. Trust me, bro. That was worth the win. Facts. Well, she's in Liverpool. She needs to make a trip to London. AB talks ball. Man's feet are in rice pudding. So done. Bro, you know what, Rancy? I think it's unfair, innit? Because Nick Ball's not used to fighting going back, innit? So it's difficult to judge him, bro. He's not a back foot fighter. He was just forced to fight off the back foot, innit? You know... What the hell did I do there? You know what? Credit to Fig, because he came under a lot of stick after the Howitt fight. Some would say he arguably lost that, but he looks comfortable from early. I think Brandon Figueroa is who he is, and he's one of those guys where you look at, like, when you look at a great era of boxing, you always need these guys who win, like one Manuel Marquez. You know, he's lost fights, he's won fights, he's lost fights, won fights, but they're always gonna give you good fights. I wouldn't mind seeing Brandon Figueroa versus Nui. I wouldn't mind seeing Brandon Figueroa versus Rafael Espinosa. He's a guy that can finish his career saying that he fought everyone. You know what I'm saying? So, even if he looks bad in a fight, I don't think his stock ever drops. He's a two-time... Well, wait, no. He's a three-time world champion. Like, you can't underestimate that. He's a two-time world champion at 26. You know what I'm saying? So, he's had the WBC belt at 122. He had the WBC belt at 126 and now the WBA belt at 126. So, you know what I'm saying? Man took his soul in his home. Trust me. On a Skeng and Tommy Lee thing, them now run them black. Trust me.
Them now run them black.
When we pull up them up through on left, that they literally them and they're on a Skeng and Tommy thing, bro. Them man just got run off their block differently. Rom's ball was breathing out his mouth before round 6. He was breathing out his mouth in round 4. But the momentum was all in was in Figueroa's favour. I think the last 3-4 rounds, Figueroa was looking like he was gonna win the fight anyway. He would have needed a gift from the judges to win this fight. Rants, bro, I've been saying his endurance ain't the best. Bro, if you watch the live from the beginning, you would hear. Watch the live from the beginning. Facts, Rants. Shout out to Rants as well for being in the stream. Still, shout out to all of you, man, for being in the stream. We'll be live for Arsenal's next match, sorry, and we'll also be live for I don't even know the next fights we got planned. Whatever fight in boxing we're gonna be live for. I think this month you got Moses Atama, Barrios versus Ryan Garcia, Nick Bull versus Lee Wood, Sugar Nunes versus Navarrete. We'll be live for all of those fights. You man hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Obviously, tune in to last week's episode of OnlyFacts Sports, episode 43. The podcast is doing better. We're doubling it up, tripling it up, So you man just keep tuning into that. You knew it would be a great fight, therefore. Nick Bull is them EDL man that just have bare heart, no skill. That's funny. I think he showed some skill, though. Like, his punch selection was okay. His jab was really good. He did try to adjust. He did switch from southpaw to orthodox. I just felt like stylistically this is just a wrong fight for him, bro.
They fought anyone he like.
No, he's never fought anyone who fights going forward. And whenever he fought anyone who stuck it on him, they never done it. What?
See that guy never fought nobody like him before, yeah?
Yeah.
And he had such a good run before, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think that if they had a second fight, yeah, that he would be able to win because he knows how to fight?
Potentially. That's why you fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to make adjustments. In this fight, his adjustment was switching with Figueroa. When he switched orthodox and southpaw, he was switching, which I don't think that was part of the game plan. The issue was he needed to find a way to somehow get Figueroa fighting in reverse. And the truth is, his punch power didn't do it. Normally, he gets these guys respect, so they allow him to step forward, and they give him the chance to get a breathe on. But in this fight, Figueroa weren't having it, blood. Facts, Rants, the zone saying Figueroa was ahead on 2 judges' scorecards. Facts, bro. Bro, I'm so glad. I am so glad, bro. I am so glad they wasn't going to rob this dude. Ryan Garcia, what about Ryan Garcia? Ryan Garcia. Yeah, we'll be live for that fight. Big up, shout out Samson. I had him ahead all fight. Yeah, I had him ahead pretty much all fight as well. I know Frampton and them man didn't, but obviously these men are British, innit? So they're just doing this for the Union flag. They might as well vote reform. When's the next extra video coming up? Well, we're working on creating some new content, but with extra, we don't want to force it because we don't want to do like news topics. So we try to come up with like a good topic that will be good discussions. And yeah, man, you man recommend some stuff you want us to talk about, bro. That's really what speeds up the content. Recommendations, bro. Big up for the stream, no problem, my G. We'll always be here. You know me, I'm always here for boxing, bro. Literally, the reason why it's so easy to go live is because I'll be watching this fight anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll be watching this fight anyway, so it's not no difficulty. Like, Nunes versus Navarrete, I'm pretty sure Nick's not going to win it. Nick's going to... I ain't going to Nick's house for that fight, by the way. That's definitely not happening. But, because that fight, I think, is on West Coast time. So we definitely ain't doing that. Imagine he left it to the judges. Oh, God. Bro, Nick Bull was losing that fight. I think he will come up with good game plan for the next fight. Well, if he's looking at adjustments for the next fight, he's literally got to look at trying to find a way to get Nick Ball, Figueroa fighting in reverse. He has to find a way. He needs to get space and time to let off his single shots and let off his explosive power and get a breather because his gas tank just ain't keeping up with Brandon Figueroa. Because Nick Ball throws his whole entire body into shots. So it's more tiring. Whereas Brandon Figueroa is just doing this. So it's all arm shots. There's no weight behind that. So that's why Frampton was saying it's quantity over quality. Whereas Nick Ball is throwing big old shots and he's propelling himself off his feet like Joe Frazier. But that's not really how you want to be fighting. You know what I'm saying? You want to be fighting compact and composed because a guy like Brandon Figueroa, when he was going to the body so early, that's going to take the gas out of you, bro. I remember one time I was sparring my cousin, bro. I'll never forget this. He landed a body shot, yeah? One body shot. I felt that for the rest of the time we were sparring. Like, every time I tried to move, I just couldn't. It's like I was trying to rejuvenate energy within my body. Breathe. And every time I breathed in and breathed out, it was like that was the only place in my body that just wasn't getting blood flow or any oxygen. What about the vote video? That's coming this week. That's dropping this week. I had an issue with uploading on that channel. There's a small issue, but I fixed it. Politics, big up AS as well. Oh, big up AS always. You know what? Yeah, I actually feel like reading on a chat is mad because I read books all the time, but reading in a chat is just slightly difficult. Plus, Nick Ball distance is awful. That's why he ties out so much because every shot he puts is all into them facts. Bro, I'm reading like I'm dyslexic. Make a vid on Bitcoin. Is it final finish? I don't really have an opinion on Bitcoin. This is the issue that we have because I don't really want to just make a video for video's sake. It has to be something that we genuinely have an interest in and that you guys will actually see the best of our personalities. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to kind of do content like that. I've been hit with a body shot one time and I was on my back for the whole spar, bro. It's different, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna jump off live at 11. So you man hit the like button, the subscribe button. As I said, we'll be live for pretty much every fight this month. You man just share the video, like, subscribe, and all of that. Big you man up for being in the chat. Big shout out to Brandon Figueroa, 3-time world champion, 2-weight world champion. Yeah, man, really good performance. And his only loss is to the same fighter, Stephen Fulton. And I'm not even gonna lie, yeah. If I'm Brandon Figueroa, I'll be looking to try and get that rematch, bro. Because Stephen Fulton's looking like food right now. But if not, Rafael Espinoza. Stephen Espinoza's got bigger problems, bro. He's got lawsuit problems, like Mayweather lawsuit problems. But that's a topic for another day. Rafael Espinoza versus Brandon Figueroa will be a fight. If Rance is still in the chat, Rance, let me know who you think wins. Shushu Carrington or Brandon Figueroa. But yeah, you man, there was 51% of you lot who voted in the chat for who won, Figueroa or Nick Ball. 51% of you lot was right still. So shout out to you lot, innit? And big shout out to you, man, for this week's podcast. Just keep hitting the like button, sharing the videos if you can. Bro, every little helps, but I'm trying my best to take this YouTube thing serious. So every time you man can help us, it'll be all the better, bro. Every time you lot can help us, it's always the better, bro. Trust me. Shushu Carrington wins. I think Shushu Carrington could beat Figueroa because he can replicate that Stephen Fulton style. He definitely can replicate the Stephen Fulton style. I wouldn't mind Figueroa versus Nakatani. Nakatani's at 22 though. So I don't know how that fight will happen still. You need a decent level of defense to beat him. If you ain't got defense footwork, you won't win. I agree. But Rafael Espinosa's got power. So it'll be an interesting fight. Carrington's got power as well. But Carrington's got good feet and he's got good pocket skills like Fulton. Fulton's really good in the pocket. Like, amazing in the pocket. That's why I was disappointed that he fought in reverse against Inoue. He should have fought going forward against Inoue. But them man are talking about them gloves, bro. Like, in Japan, bro, them gloves aren't getting checked. But when he's fighting abroad, the drug gloves are getting checked. And now they're saying the punch power is looking different. He ain't got a knock. That sounds, that was mad still. That the punch power isn't looking as powerful. Shushu can replicate the Fulton performance, but with power behind it. I agree. What are you doing? Mum, what are you doing? That's loud, you know. I think once he fight anyway, he'll move up. Boy, you're moving like he would have a choice. Once he fights anyway, he might like, bro. Once he fights anyway, he'd be looking at trying to rebuild his career, bro, because he's gonna lose. He's gonna knock this dude up. Levels though, going home from Liverpool would be peak, fans. Them Liverpudlians are vexed, blood. Them Liverpudlians are vexed, bro. The Scousers, bro. They're going home vexed. They're looking, bro. Them men are going home. The domestic violence in Liverpool is gonna reach an all-time high tonight, bro. Trust me. Domestic violence. You don't need to lock up your wife, fam. You're gonna see a bunch of Javonte Tank Davises in Liverpool this weekend, bro. Literally, bro. Don't tell your husband nothing, fam. Domestic violence is gonna go for the all-time. It's gonna be at all-time high tonight, bro. Them men are gonna try and replicate what Nick Bull should have done in the ring against their wife. He knew he knocked out Cardenas in the US though. He did. You're right. He did. But he did knock out Ahmed alive, which to be honest with you, I knew he wasn't gonna knock out Ahmed alive. He didn't even try to knock out Ahmed alive. He fought kind of shook in that fight still. Inoue has to move up to 26 when he beats Nakatani, I think. Yeah. And there's some good fights from at 26. That's why they need to unify before Inoue comes. For me, Espinosa, Brandon Figueroa, that's the fight to me. And if I'm Oscar De La Hoya, I'll be trying to get Brandon Figueroa signed up to Golden Boy still. No, you're right. Nakatani looked good his last couple fights. PBC ain't putting money behind Figueroa. So if I'm Oscar, I'll be looking to sign up Brandon Figueroa and see if you can get some fights made. We might see Bull versus Inoue. Bull needs to come back in the game. I hope Liverpool loses tomorrow. Trust me. Well, I don't really know who I want to win because we can finish above City, so it's interesting. If they were to fight again, I would obviously have to make Figueroa the favourite, but I'll be real. I think anyway, F's up Shushu. Yeah, he'll be peak still. Shushu's not ready for that work. He's young. You man are making me stay on this live, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call it a day still. No cap. Let me see if we hit the likes target. Yeah, we did. Love you, man. Wait, Shane, you need us to win. Nah, bro. I kind of want a draw. I want a draw still. I want a draw. That's what I want. Wait, I'm bugging. You support United or I support United, bro. I don't support Arsenal. Yeah, big up, bro. Love you, man, for tuning in and that. Obviously, I thought I'd only be in live for like 2 hours. 2 hours and 30 minutes is calm. Justice was definitely served. Nick Ball was gonna win Brandon Figueroa was gonna win anyway. I had him up on my cards. But yeah, man, big up you, man. You man, this week, please tune into OnlyFacts Sports Podcast episode 44. I beg. And if you haven't watched last week's episode, please tune in again. Nice, cool, bro. But yeah, man, love you, man. And tune in next week, innit?